Hello, welcome. I'm very sorry if any of you had said hello before this very moment. I did not have chat up, so you should do it again. Because Restream is dumb. But if not,
hellos
welcome.
Restream
Hello.
did not catch them. But happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Thank
we made
God.
it. Another week down.
Oh my
The first
Lord.
week in October down. Let's
I needed
go.
it. My gosh. Hello, Mason.
I'm so glad. Hello, Mason.
I so needed it to be. I have a story to tell today about. It's my first job
I got
related.
a story of my
Allie,
own too.
You're
Hi, Allie.
beginning.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's rare.
Honored.
Good to see you.
Maybe we should PaperDemon Fridays more. Nah, I'm joking.
Ori, do you want me to be confused forever? Because that's how you're gonna get me confused.
However, you
forever.
are gonna keep getting confused because there probably will be switch-ups in the future. We have a lot of things that we want to do on Fridays, and I don't want to skip Ace Attorney every time, you know? That's all I'm saying.
We do. That's the problem.
We got collabs that need to happen, and those are likely Fridays. We have at least one of them is.
We got collabs, we got plans.
Yeah, I have stuff
We got other games
that
for
will be
backup,
happening.
just in case.
So, but I don't want to skip Ace Attorney, so we might be doing stuff. Well, we're glad to
we
have
could
you, Allie.
never.
Glad to have you. I'm here. I'm gonna
Ace
go
Attorney
through
is our
all the art
boy.
if you missed it from yours truly, because they are in weird places in the server. However, I am being diligent currently in posting on social medias. So if you do want to follow, I don't even know if I do have the links anymore because I kind of stopped. It's basically Origami, Art, Ace Tooney, or Folding Planets on pick your social media.
Yes.
Folding Planets does not have an Instagram.
I'll even pop them in chat.
And
Folding
Origami does
Planets.
not have
You got
a Twitter.
Ace, Tooney, and then Origami. Sorry,
Art.
Origami Art.
Yeah.
My bad.
Ah, yes. Hello, Federico.
Hello,
knock, knock.
Federico. We opened the door and a Federico is there.
Indeed.
Hello.
But yes, we have our my day one favor main OC, my lovely boy Milano. Yes, he's my favorite. No, I'm not ashamed. I love him. I love him so
yes,
much.
Ori is biased.
I'm very
Incredibly
biased.
so.
Well, I didn't make him first, because I think technically Hotsun was made first.
Hotsun was made first.
He was made second, and he's every trope I love ever, basically. And we have, of course, Onesie.
You can imagine that I had a very hard sell on Ori for the Hangout arcs. Milano is going to be absent for multiple entry.
It was tough. When I finally got to draw him again, I was like, oh. Yeah, thank you, Allie. I'm glad we're on the same page. I mean, I feel the same way about Kai. I saw Kai immediately, and I fell in love. I don't think anybody could beat him. I'm blanking. Mephisto? That's not his name, is it?
Scarlet is still pretty good.
Oh, that's like saying I don't like Hotsun, Ferric, Synod, and Aster because I love Milano. Like, we're not... Favorites, yes.
Ooh, Bass, did
Hello,
you get
Bass.
something good for dinner?
Hope it's yummy.
It had to be a good dinner. You had to make up for the missed breakfast and lunch.
Also, I gotta say, Flair's colors are just iconic as fuck. I don't know, but the when he's in the chat, it feels so bright compared to like our ones. I don't know. I'm just like, ooh, color versus like. But what's great, and I didn't intend this. I didn't think about it this way, but it worked out great, which is 90% of our design things.
It really is.
And that is that because the T-Pets are like the muted clay colored version, the evil ones are all like muted in color. So that the good ones are happy, bright, and the evil ones are muted, dull. Which is what he does. I love him. I saw Amazing, your onesie.
Super
yes,
cute.
I posted this onesie Milano in a different Discord server, and somebody immediately went, for a second, I thought it was a toothless onesie. And I was like, no! I made it goofy on purpose.
It's not toothless.
This is based off a real alligator onesie that I saw on the internet. and I literally looked up like adult
it's
onesie
brilliant.
for pose
Those eyes
ideas.
look nothing like Toothless.
Yeah,
the snout is
It
not
was
like
just a
Toothless.
black, scaly boy quickly.
It really is hilarious how Toothless has basically the Sans design equivalent of Black Gator. It is Toothless.
So I cannot guarantee animated highlights for Federico, but when there are moments that I feel would look funny animated, specifically when there's like a back and forth, it's usually Dylan, but if there's like a back and forth of like him being multiple characters to like make a joke, the Animinies exist. There are multiple Animinies.
I see potential for a lot of Animinies with upcoming entries.
They happen when they happen, and they have to be like solid enough in my brain that I like it's worth spending the quick time on them. And of course I do them pretty quick, like they're pretty gooply. He really does. Black reptiles with green eyes. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. But your onesies were so cute, Allie. Oh my goodness. Adorable.
More
oh, you
sprites
finished
to
it, Mason.
express
I
our
only saw the
rage.
sketch. A little kitty Sid. I only saw the sketch. Beautiful.
Ain't it cute?
And then, of course, we have Milano and My Clothes, which I'm actually very happy with how this came out. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to, like, pull it off in an hour. And, of course, Federico hit us.
Go for it.
More
Hello,
sprites
Super
to actually
Goku.
express our rage. Well, we are seeming to confirm 2 of the reporter names. That we were confirming, and so that any newscasts that occur from this moment onward, Dylan will be using their names, and likely, nearly definitely, I will want to do an Ace Art tourney where we design them so that they can come up in the videos however many years later.
I mean, we have to.
But, so, Milano in this fit actually relates to my crazy fucking story of today. So, this is my work outfit, basically. Okay, I don't always wear the denim jacket, but I always wear.
I can believe that, Federico.
A pastel. Oh, is it Victory or something else? Because it used to be Victory. Now it's Peace. Technically, depending on which way you show it, it means something different, but nobody cares at this point. But. So I wear this outfit to work basically every day. The shirt color changes to a different pastel shirt color, but it is always like a pastel polo. And I mostly wear these pants 90% of the time. That's the main thing. The main thing is the pants, okay? I hope you all can tell, but these are pink cargo pants.
I'm getting the vibe.
Okay, these are pink cargo pants. This color is pretty accurate. They're maybe a little peachier than they look here. Okay? I love the cargo pants. Thank you, Bess.
They're very
I love the
comfy.
cargo pants. I have worn these pants for nearly 2 years now, and they are, especially in the not winter, because in the winter you gotta fucking layer up, but in the not winter, I mainly wear these pants to work. 90% of the time it's these pants. Okay? I've been working a job for a company. We're gonna call the company Harold, okay? Harold is the company that does the physical labor work, all right? They hire me to make sure that they are in regulation regarding trees, and I send my reports to the regulatory board for trees in order to tell them that, hey, yeah, Harold did everything right, all right? This is what they did.
Okay.
Everything was done correct. It's great. That's my job. Harold has been doing this one project, I don't even know how long, since like April, I think, March, April, a long time. And they were mostly at one general location, across a number of blocks, but like generally the same area. They have now recently, in the past like couple of weeks, like sometime in September, moved a significant distance down the road to another location. So I am now at this new location, same job, same Harold. This entire time, I have been wearing these pants. Now, Harold is doing electrical work. So the electrical company, Carl, has to have supervisors as well that make sure Harold's doing a proper job regulatorily. Oh, you've moved over, Mason.
You got censored?
Regulatorily,
Oh.
right?
We can let that one out of jail.
Ah, interesting. Huh. Wild, Federico. Wild. So Carl has two supervisors that have been working with this job with Harold this whole time. The same two supervisors, a man and a woman. All right? I see them, I converse with them this entire time since, again, like March that I've been working with Harold. I've been working with these two supervisors from Carl. All right? Wearing these pants. Now, Harold moved down to new location. And because whatever reason, the first day at the new location, I didn't wear these pants. I wore khaki-colored pants, okay? Straight leg,
Tell me they didn't
khaki-colored
recognize
pants.
you because
No.
you changed pants.
So, I'm walking around to check on the trees, and after, like, a couple of hours of walking around, I get told from the head guy on site at Harold that, Ori, this is not coming from me, but some people have asked me to tell you to be more visible. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, like, I've been walking around, like, 4 times in the past, like, 2 hours already. Like, you know, we're already, like, that's pretty good. You know, like, I'm
Pretty
like, where's
visible.
these people who need to see me, right? Like, who do I need to, where's Waldo? Because we're across, like, multiple blocks. Like, there's, like, I'm not the only place,
Also,
right? They're
keep
doing,
in mind,
like, other
Ori's
things.
probably wearing a hard hat and
Yeah, I'm wearing a
safety
hard
vest.
hat and a high-vis vest.
She's noticeable.
But I will say, the other construction people are also wearing hard hats and high-vis vests. Everybody's wearing,
Okay,
and my
so
hard hat
maybe you blend into
is
that
the
crowd
same
a little
color.
bit.
Unlike the Carl hard hats are a different color, right? And it's like, okay, and I'm doing whatever, and it's fine, but I can't help but think, I'm not wearing my pink pants. Like, I can't help but think, I'm not wearing my pink pants. I don't think too much about it. I wear my pink pants the rest of the week. Never an issue again. Great. I do drive a Subaru. I do. And I, so everything's fine. Now, this is like 3 weeks later since that incident. I'm at this same location where the two people from Carl have been seeing me. The man and the woman, the people I've been working with this whole time, they've been seeing me. Now a new crew from Carl to do a different job, but in the same location that I also need to monitor because they need to be in regulatory, okay with the trees, come to do their job. And that's all fine and dandy, whatever, normal shit. I suddenly get a text from my boss that says, Harold, the head guy, not on site, the head office guy from Harold emailed me, Ori, and said that somebody from Carl told them that someone from our company, which is obviously me, was wearing sweatpants on site. And if they could wear jeans or work pants in the future. And I'm kind of like baffled. I'm like, what? I like texted back. I'm like, my pants are pink, but they're just women's like cargo pants, and I sent him a picture of myself reflected in like a store window to my boss, and my boss is like, oh yeah, those are fine. I like, okay, I'll let Harold know.
Like, gee,
right?
thanks.
I'll let Harold know. And it's like, okay, great. And then
Hello,
later
Canadian
on,
Lucifer.
later that day, hello, Canadian Lucifer. Later that day, I meet the woman that I've been working with from Carl, right? And she comes up to me and she's like, Ori, did somebody say something to you? And I was like, I mean, like, you know, I was told that I was wearing sweatpants, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they are talking about. Like, what the fuck? I've been working with you this whole time. I've seen you wearing these pants. Like, they're just fucking pants. Like, what the fuck do they want? Your pants are fine. Like, ignore them. And I was just like, okay, thank you.
Oy, oy, oy. Just when you thought the policing of what you wore ended with school,
and my boss,
it follows you to work.
I mean, like, I get the reason is safety, right? Like the reason is safety and professionalism.
Which makes sense.
I understand that.
But you're not wearing sweatpants.
But what's so funny is the fact that
because
it's just because my pants are pink. Yeah,
I have seen the pants.
I love those pants.
They
are obviously
they're brilliant, but they're very clearly cargo pants.
They are obviously cargo pants.
I've heard this story twice now, and now I need pink pants. Put them out right here. I gotta see them. Let Dylan evaluate the professionalism of your pink pantaloons. Other side.
Jeez.
Of your pants, not your chin. Okay.
Yeah, jail time, right?
They're fine, right?
Jail time for the pink
Dylan
pants.
said they're fine.
This is
See if they pass the Dylan test. Now we know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh shit, we could just be playing Ace Attorney right
We did it yesterday though.
So,
now.
Ori, was
No,
that
we're
your
playing
morning
PaperDemon.
or was that your afternoon?
That was my like midday. I think around 11 this happened, and I was just
Oh,
I was just like shook. I was just like shook. Dylan is with us in spirit. Yes, he went to a
He
bar
always is.
where he drank non-alcoholic beverages.
Just water.
Very
Oh,
nice.
you didn't even get a Roy Rogers?
No.
Did you like the
Not even a
present?
Shirley Temple?
I'm glad. No, he didn't. He said he just drank water.
Wow.
I tried to order a beer of the root variety. They didn't have it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What establishment doesn't have root beer?
Bars,
Unbelievable.
apparently. Lame ass places.
That's lame.
Federico says hi, Dylan. I'm assuming also does Bass, Alley, Pastry Puff, Canadian Lucifer,
All of
and
chat
Mason.
says hello, pretty
And I
much.
think that was everybody.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone.
He says hello.
Ooh.
Yes, the ghost of Dylan present.
It truly is.
Oh, yeah. One time, Bass, a company blatantly tried to lie to me. They tried to blatantly lie to me.
Before I leave, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I'm not a laundry list. I'm a ghost.
But yeah, one time, so basically when they are digging in the sidewalk in areas where tree roots that are owned by the city could be, I have to be there to make sure they don't cut any they can't. And they can't cut any that are bigger than an inch in diameter, okay? They can't cut anything bigger than that. And I'm there to basically reinforce that and then to tell, you know, the oversight of the city that, yeah, they did indeed follow that rule, right? I have been called out late to jobs where they've done the digging, where I was technically supposed to be on site during the excavation. But if I see that they've followed the rules, it's still, like, okay for me to sign off. One time I was called to a job that had no roots in it, and I'm like, okay. But then I'm looking at the pile of dirt that has obvious, a lot of roots in it. And they're telling me, like, yeah, we didn't find anything. We didn't do anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay,
This is like a month or two into my
sure.
job as well. So I, like, call up my boss. I'm like, hey, boss. Yeah, so, they dug the hole's already dug when I got here, and they obviously cut shit. And he's like, yeah, if you don't feel comfortable putting, like, your stamp of approval on it, just don't, but charge them anyway. And I'm like, okay. Sounds good to me.
So as long as you got the go-ahead,
one other
might as
time,
well.
sometimes there's so many projects that are going on at the same time that I have to, like, go between multiple job sites. And most of the time, companies are good. But one time, a company, like, I was surveying their excavation, and there's a big root that they weren't allowed to cut. And I'm like, all right, foreman, like, hey, I gotta go to the other job site, take a look at there. You know, I'll be back in like an hour or something. And I come back, and that root is gone. And they tried to like cover it. They tried to paint it like a dark color.
Because
like when you
disappearing root.
so when you cut trees, right? Yeah, please enthuse. When you cut trees, there's a word. And a lot of the Hispanic guys that I worked with at my previous job, they call it them ojos blancos, right? The white eyes, because when you cut a tree, the wood is light colored compared to the rest of the tree, right? And it's very, very visible, right? When you cut it, you can see it. And so they think they're smart by trying to dirty the cut. Or, like, I've seen them try to, like, spray paint it. And it's like, guys.
No way.
I don't know what to tell you, but I'm the fucking Lorax. Like, you don't seem to understand. I can tell if this root was cut before you dug it out or not. I can tell
really think
if it's dead. And it's just like... Yeah, they think I'm stupid. They think me in the specialized job that needs, you know, like a certain amount of years of experience to degrees.
And certification.
And then a certification.
Can't forget that.
That requires, you know, continuing education, right? So I am not, because I am hired by the company, I am not hired by the city, right? My job is not to tattle. But my job is to not sign off on it. So basically, I am the person that makes a viable paper trail or not. Because basically what's happening is if that something happens to that tree, right, the city, because it costs them, the city, a lot of money to deal with these trees, right? The city owes these trees. They have a lot of money in these trees. The city will then look up a history, especially if they see that there had been excavation there, right? They will look up a history of what happened. And if they know that a company dug there, but they do not have an arborist's approval on it, they will try to get the company on it, whether or not the company actually did anything, because it's very hard to prove after that, right? Where I am the person that is basically hired by the company to tell the city, hey, they did everything right, you cannot legally come for them, right? So I am the safety net for the company.
Job.
That is why they pay me, right? However, like, I am making decisions and they do listen to me because they don't want the fines, right? They don't want the fines.
Well, they gotta be careful not to piss their net off too
the
much.
repercussions, Bass, are fines. And we're talking, like, in the tens of thousands of dollars. It all depends on the type of tree, you know, where it's planted, how it's planted, the health beforehand, you know, all these sort of things. Ash trees have a invasive species called the emerald ash borer, and because of that, it's really not only killing the ash trees, but it's also very dangerous because you cannot tell a lot of times that ash trees have, like, what extent the infestation has happened. For legal reasons, I'll check my DMs. Okay. But my brain is dead. I got distracted. How dare you enthuse? But, what was I saying?
You were talking about the companies and legal repercussions.
Oh, yeah.
The
So the city pays a company to inject ash trees with a pesticide in order to prevent them from getting emerald ash borer every 2 years. But this is thousands of trees, and thus this is insane amounts of money. So if you are to damage an ash tree in a way that kills it, the fines are enormous because the city, like, there's a lot of money tied up in that tree, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I know, Allie. I just got distracted.
Midnight Brain has been evolving for a long time.
Oh,
It's
I know the
grown
answer
too
to this.
powerful.
I don't actually have to. I can say it on stream. If you're on Chrome, in the system settings, you have to go to the settings, the system settings, and you have to turn off, what is it called? Acceleration? Video acceleration? Something like that. It's in system settings. It's something that can bog down your Chrome if you do it. Graphics acceleration when available. You have to turn that off. When you're using certain websites, it'll just fuck with stuff, but certain websites need it. So I turn it on and off all the time. I don't count tree rings that much. I hope that answered your question, Enthuse. Acknowledge in chat, otherwise I'll type it in Discord. Just to make sure that you're here. I don't count tree rings that much. I don't deal with a ton of removals. I do deal with removals when they happen, but not a ton of times. And
it seems like it worked.
Yeah.
Enthuse says thank
okay,
you.
There you go. Did I miss any other questions? Oh, yeah,
So
there
you
are
don't-
bass.
Don't have midnight brain where it matters.
Oh, and Mason asked me why I like trees so much. But there are bass. I know that the arborist before me kind of sucked. I can tell because
I feel like in any job, you got your mix of good and bad.
the arborist whose position I basically have now, which I was like hired for, the territory that he did, the crews, you know, early on when I started, they're like, oh, you know, like, so basically I have to take pictures, right? After they've dug the hole, I have to take pictures of the hole to say like, hey, look, looks good. This is, you know, we're confirming, blah, blah, blah. And apparently, and again, legally, I'm supposed to, an arborist, a certified arborist is supposed to be on site during the excavation, right? That is the ordinance, right? And so apparently what I basically learned from like a crew being like, hey, no, you know, you can go, like, we'll just text you the picture when we're done. And it's like, oh, no, I can't do that. I have to be here. And they're like, oh, the other guy did that. And I'm like, oh, you know, well, maybe I'm not trying to, you know, you never try to slander people. So it's just like, oh, maybe the policy changed or whatever. I have to be here, right? You know, like, you don't try to be like, yeah, well, he was doing, you know, shady shit. But he was doing shady shit. So, you know. And he was doing other shady shit, like he was stealing. We get, because I drive so much for my job, we get our gas paid for. Right, so like I submit receipts at the end of the month and they pay for my gas. And apparently, according to the person who trained me, so not my boss. When I got hired, it was my boss and one other arborist who's still there, and the other arborist trained me. And apparently this guy who I am now in basically the position of was filling up not his car, also with the gas at the same time in front of this other guy, and he's like telling me this. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. It was like crazy. Oh, I'm in the Gavel fit. Why has nobody told me?
Never a dull moment. I literally didn't notice because honestly, your collar kind of looks like mine, so my brain was like, yes, that's normal.
Jesus. What?
Dang. The midnight brain really did kick in early.
It was because I was dumb. Mason, why do you like trees? I don't know if I have an exact reason. I find them very interesting in like how they age, how diseases work in them, how they heal. I find they are very important, right? Not only to our health and, you know, but like just the ecosystem in general. There's a lot of crazy things that they do. And if I'm being honest, like just the idea of identifying trees was very cool to me. Originally, when I went into college, when I was looking for colleges, I wanted to be a vet. And the college that I actually went to, I chose as one of my options because it had a pre-vet program. And I visited the college fully intending on pre-vet program. I visited the college and I basically like turned to my parents after walking around the campus with the tour and everything. And I went, I don't think I want to be a vet anymore. I want to go here though. and I went to the college and I took basically the most general major, which is called environmental biology. And you get to take a lot of variety of different courses. That's why I'm like pretty well rounded in a lot of stuff. Like I also took like mammal diversity. I also took, I'm blanking now, like immunology. Like I took a lot of different things. But I definitely did focus in on plants. And it was because I took a dendrology class with the man, the myth, the legend, Don Leopold. And
dang,
that class in like getting to identify trees, how to identify trees, it just kind of clicked. I was very like in a Lorax kind of way, right? In a way where it's like there's a old YouTube series called Nature Walk, like Neat NEAT Walk. And there's basically a moment where he goes, oh yeah, look at this aspen tree. You can tell it's an aspen tree because the way it is. And that's like definitely the way that like tree identification like clicked for me. Where it is at this point, it's like a vibe. Like I look at a tree and I go, yeah, it's that. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because the way it is. There are certain things that I can list off. But like you get down to a point where I'm just like, no, I don't, like in my head, like, it's just this one. Like, red, white, and black spruce are all very similar visually. They tell you about these, like, little details that you can see, using, like, a hand lens and stuff to identify. But there's something about it where I can just go up and look at it from a distance and be like, yep, no, that's red, that's white, that's black. And it's great.
It truly is a superpower.
Yeah, it's forging the evidence.
It's crazy, Allie. There's so many jobs out there that you just don't hear about. And you won't hear about them unless you either talk to someone in the field or just explore and see what's out there.
Yeah. So my college was actually, it's mostly people that do sort of two lines of work. A lot of people go into research if you're an environmental biologist. But the other side of it is there's a ranger school where you're basically training to be a park ranger. Like, those are the two big paths in, like, my college.
That's like the path where you go and work in a national park.
You literally are, like, a park ranger. Yeah, like, that is the whole thing. Like part of your...
You get to live your Yogi Bear fantasy.
Yeah, part of your schooling is living at a place called the Ranger School, which is in the Adirondack Mountains, where you live in, like, a cabin for like the year, right? Like you are learning how to be a park ranger. So I went to school and I fell in love with trees, and yeah, I had a lot of people, like a lot of my family, and they're like, what do you want to do with that? And it's like, I don't know, I'll do something with it. I'll figure it out. And in looking for internships, I worked at an arboretum, which was really, really cool. I got to experience a lot of like nurseries through the arboretum, which was really, really nice. And then I worked as an arborist representative, which is just a salesperson for tree work. And those were the internships that I did. And I kind of really enjoyed being an arborist sales rep because a lot of the people who were going for tree work, like, actually were interested in trees. Like they would ask me a lot of questions about it, and that was the part of that job that I really enjoyed, was people would like be very interested in, like, I learned about plant healthcare through that, right? All of this sort of stuff, and tree care. I didn't learn about tree care in college. I learned about tree care through that internship and thus my first job. That was the company I had my first job at, and I learned a lot through it. And that is how I got my arborist certification, is by doing that, was doing the job. And I really liked the aspect of the teaching. I hated the aspect of sales because tree work is in a weird,
soul draining.
It's in a weird position of being a luxury and also being a necessity, right? Like, it's in a weird position of, it is expensive, and the company that I worked for was very, very expensive, and it just made a lot of issues. And then we had a tropical storm hit.
Because it was a luxury, unfortunately, there were a lot of Karens you had to deal with.
A lot of Karens, and just a lot of, like, a lot of moving parts, and I was responsible for the workers getting paid, basically. If I didn't sell, they didn't get paid because there was not work to do. And that was very, very stressful on me. And, like, I couldn't, like, I was in a very bad place with this job. Like, everybody you can ask, Mars, Dylan, my parents will know that it was a very dark period of my life.
It was a bad time.
And honestly, it is why I'm at the art at the level I am today, because I never did vent art, really. It was definitely, like, my escape. And we had, like,
outlet. That's also when we were really, like, pouring into Outlast, too.
And of course, COVID happened. And that was very stressful for other reasons. Not because I didn't have a job, thankfully, but because I was the only one who was going outside. And my parents are, I wouldn't say they're not elderly, but they're older parents, right? My parents are retired now. And so they weren't retired then, but they're older and they were working from home. So, like, all I could think about is that, like, if we got it, like, it was my fault. Like, there's a lot of issues. And it was just hard to sell. And basically, I quiet quit before it was a thing. Yeah, thank you, Allie. Basically, I quiet quit. I was like, no, I am going on this vacation. I need to go on this vacation. You tell us we have vacation. And then I got fired. And that was like a bittersweet moment of like, oh God, wow, I'm fired. And then it was also like, I didn't like the job anyway. And I'm thankful enough that, I'm an only child. My parents are happy to have me live with them and not have to pay rent or groceries or anything. And I was young enough to still be on their health care, right? So I knew I was going to move in with Dylan. And so I was looking for a job near where Dylan lived. And I basically stumbled across the one that I'm at. And I was like, wow, this sounded great.
Aligned moment.
Yeah, it really was. I got very, very lucky, and I wouldn't trade this job for the world. This is basically everything I could have wanted. I think the only little thing is I do wish I had more vacation days overall, but at least I have actual, like, specific vacation days. My other job did not have specific vacation days. It was like, if you had to work, you could leave, sort of thing. And it was like, yeah, I hate that. That's terrible. So this has like specific vacation days to take, and everything. And my boss is fantastic. He's amazing. We're a small company. I literally have my boss, the office, like, the owner of the company who works in the office, and 2 other arborists beside myself. So it's just like really small, and it's great. It allows me to come home 99% of the time on time, or earlier, to work from home a little bit.
That's what we like.
And all this sort of stuff. Interesting, Federico. Thank you, Allie. It's one of those things where I don't regret it. It let me pay off my student loans. I wouldn't change it because it is what got me my arborist certification, which allowed me to get this job. Like I said, it paid off my student loans. I learned a lot about plant health care and tree care from that job. But yeah, I would never go back.
It's like that sometimes, Bass. I think the one for me that felt like that was when I was in retail, because retail is retail. You come across a lot of different personalities. I was mainly front desk and cashier, and it was life-draining. Taught me a lot about working with people and talking with them and also talking them down, which, funnily enough, does come in handy in my current job. So it's a useful skill to have, but would I go back to that? No. I feel like you always start out with your one crappy job and then you move on to something better.
I was actually asked by a random guy on the street, like, what was the path sort of to get here. He was asking for his son. I don't know if you guys remember that story. It was the guy who then told me at the end that, like, men like
the guy
clean
that
fingernails.
Men don't like sparkly nails.
Yeah, no, just nail polished nails, period. But
oh yeah, how dare.
But basically, because a lot of you guys are in college or, like you're around our age, Bass, getting into the workforce, all this sort of stuff, I think the best advice to give is, like, really try to look into stuff that just even is tangentially related to the thing you're interested in. Right? Like I liked trees, right? Like that was where I started with the search, right? So that could be nursery, parks, arboretums, you know, right? And that's how I found out about like the arborist certification, right? It's the International Society of Arboriculture, so that is international certification, right? That is what allowed me to get a lot of these, you know, this job that I have now. So like looking into certifications related to your thing, you know, your area of interest, and if at all possible, while you're in college, doing internships, right? Doing internships because, like I said, that's how I found out my lines of works, and that's how I found out, like, about this whole I knew I didn't want to work in the field or the lab in, like, a science way, that just doing research was not my favorite thing. And so, you know, that's what led me to this. So, you know, looking into just basically what's vaguely tangential, right? Like if you like art per se, you know, there's obviously being all the classic things you think about artists, but the stuff that you don't think about is like, you know, design for, I actually learned the PaperDemon, for lack of a better word, CEO. They were a Google designer for years before doing PaperDemon, right? So like
that makes
they talk about like
sense.
But they talk about like sheets, right? An artist had to design those sheets patterns or those curtain patterns, right? You know, like there's graphic design and signage, you know, like even street signs and stuff, you know, all of these things. So just like anywhere where there is a intentional sort of visual thing is how you can go on a tangent. They were a Google. But all right, last thing. We haven't been PaperDemon for like an hour. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So I actually I didn't redo this one. I added the lines and the shading because I really liked how I did day 3.
They look good.
I really liked how I did day 3, so I was like, I want to give day 1 the same treatment.
The same love.
They deserve it. And then, of course, we have the little
They do.
objection. This one was actually done in 30 minutes. These two were done within an hour each overall now. I really like this style. This is like a fun... I'm trying to think of... there's a big problem, right, with people using AI art, you know, generative AI in like homebrew, because the people making homebrew are not artists, and the only way to get attention on your homebrew is via having visuals, unfortunately. And I really feel like a lot of people are not malicious like AI bros about it, right? They just feel like they have no other way. So there's a part of me where I am trying to like go in and I am trying to be like, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, how can I do something that is visually interesting, but really low effort on my part, so I can have commissions be like really cheap or like free sometimes, so that these people that I know can at least get it, so they don't feel like they have to turn to AI. You know, because not everybody's gonna like drawing. Like, you know, obviously it's like pick up a pencil and draw, and it's like, not everybody's going to enjoy that, right? Like the reason you make art is because you enjoy doing it, and so all this sort of stuff. Can't do the prompt things. Ugh. Got tired after drawing the onesie.
That's a lot going on in your life, Pastry Puff. Oh my goodness.
Well, the onesie came out great, Allie. And it's okay, Pastry. If you do, you know, you find other stuff, that's how you do it.
Ooh, have a good meal, Federico.
Oh, consume. But
Yes.
yeah, I gotta post this one in the thing because I like it. But all right, we're doing flare stuff now. I'm not. I kind of decide. So I already did the courtesan
Are we
session
still
one.
designing some armor tonight?
Yes, that is my plan. Because I want to craft him armor. And I do think Avant-Garde is gonna start having a lot of stuff. So if we gotta fight, I want my boy to not get fucking bodied like he was the last.
Yeah, he got almost annihilated in the moth
Thankfully,
battle.
if they don't die, they don't die. Yeah, PaperDemon in your stream? The PaperDemon
This is
stream?
true.
More like
I'm
than
very
anything.
glad that it's not like D&D where it's like, oh, your character died.
Yeah,
Time to make a
pastry.
new OC.
But that is why.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, Allie. You gotta do armor on top of armor.
That is true. That is true. Well, you don't have to draw it.
Or
on
maybe
you,
a
right?
spike
So,
upgrade, or maybe you
in-
get some parts
In
traded in.
PaperDemon, there is default armor, and you don't have to draw it on your character every time. But if you want to make your own,
God knows I definitely don't reference
customizable
it.
one, you can do so. There are some rules that has to, like, if you make it with one of the, there's like different colors of that metal that I'm blanking on what it's called. It's called aster, vermilion aster. So there's silver aster, rainbow aster, and vermilion aster, and you make it with one of those colors. And the vermilion aster, it has to be vermilion colored. So that's the aster that I have, and that's the aster you can buy. I don't know if you can buy silver aster, but I know you can buy vermilion aster.
Ooh.
And I have a lot. I already have 4 vermilion asters, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, exactly. You don't perma-die, but you can't do a lot until you heal them. And now it's not like I don't have a lot of healing stuff, but like, I just don't want to get bodied. So these are the colors
Ugh.
that
That hurts me too, Canadian listener.
the aster can be.
When I see something that's like, it's got a good message, but you used AI to make it. Ugh,
Yeah.
Like, what was it I saw the other day? They did the exact same thing. I forget what the message was. It was definitely a political one, and it was a positive one. And so many of the comments are saying, this is great. Could you maybe just use Photoshop next time to make your point even stronger, please?
Mm-hmm.
That would be preferable. Like,
Like,
that's
I
one of the things that
understand
might die out.
if you did it.
The Photoshop skills.
Yeah. I
Give
understand
us
if you
the
did it
best
accidentally.
Photoshop, please.
Right, like I do understand if you went into it and, sort of like you were just looking up stuff on the internet and
It certainly happens.
like came across, oh fuck, it ended up being AI, right? Like at least that is a thing.
I've certainly seen ship art, and I'm like, ooh, pretty. Oh, wait, shit.
Well, Flare is
AI.
red, so I'm not against the red colors, in all honesty. I guess silver would fit him better. What do we think? Do we want to give him red, or
I
do we
think
want to
the
give him
silver would stand out more.
All right, we'll give him.
I feel like
I
the
have a
silver
lot of
will
money.
be a nice touch.
I have a lot
'cause
of
it'll
money.
stand out.
We'll
We can
give
always
in.
redo it. That just means we get another stream out of it. I don't see that as a bad thing.
We'll give in. I have a lot of money. Why can I not find anything? Item compendium. Jesus, I kept passing it. I'm just like, I cannot.
Oh no,
Aster.
clothes with AI art. See, that's where it's so hard. My family actually they went to Michael's today because my mom found out Michael's was having a Halloween sale, and they got some really cool stuff. Like now we have a haunted typewriter, some spell books, and one of the things my mom picked up was a black cat picture because we have Misty, black cat, Halloween. It just makes sense.
Uh-oh.
I hate that my first instinct was to scrutinize this picture for anything out of place instead of just enjoying,
gotta these
ooh,
days.
it lights up and it looks aesthetic and oh my gosh, I love it. No. Now I have to actively scan it to make sure that it passes the test.
That's crazy though, Allie. I can't even imagine a lot of stuff with the AI art on the clothes. I know someone recently did a review where it was like, these are scam clothings, whatever. And it was like literally just like AI, like you ever see those sweaters? You get those stuff with the sweaters that are like really intricate knitted like skeleton sweaters and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm like, every time I see that, it's like, this is very obviously AI. And a content creator that I do watch like got them knowing that they were a scam, but just kind of curious of like what would be sent, which I kind of hate because like you're giving them money, but like, capitalism in general. So I'm not going to like pitchfork them over it or anything. And it's literally just like a fucking
Sometimes
like
I feel like
stretchy.
there's only so much you can do when you're in the system. You're in.
Yeah, no. There really is, and that's the unfortunate part about it. And I'm not gonna buy it, but like if you're being scammed, I'm not gonna stop you because like I'm not gonna come into your comments and like crucify you. Like there's nothing to do about it, But it's like literally like the AI generated image of that sweater printed on like a fucking nylon like dress. Terrible. That's insane, getting Lucifer. My goodness.
Oof. Yeah, we gotta be careful with that Halloween section.
Yep.
Gotta be honest, I am mostly thrifting my decorations this year, and half the time they end up looking more old and like aesthetically pleasing that way.
Yeah.
And it's recycling, so not half bad. We found some pretty cool things. We got some what were the really good ones we found in the thrift store the other day? We got these gothic sconces for the kitchen, and holy crow, they look so good.
Trying to get inspiration.
Is anybody decorating for Halloween this weekend? That's my plan.
I'm bad at
My family
decorating.
has a little tradition. We've always done a cemetery on our front lawn where we set up the skeleton scarecrows.
Goodness.
Literally one year, this was when I was like really young, my parents decided they wanted to make a little graveyard. So they took some of my dad's old shirts and pants, just stuffed them with newspaper, and we have been using those same skeletons ever since. It's a time-honored tradition. And they
Get
to
your
go
new
up
daily gift,
tomorrow.
Mars.
Oh, new daily gift? I think I did.
Oh, you got
Or
the
did
one
it
from
update
today?
again?
I just got the
I
notification. No, it's Heavenly
believe
Rice. It
so.
was Heavenly Rice.
Yeah, I got Heavenly Rice already.
Ah, speaking of pastry puff.
Oh, Allie, you don't have to restrain yourself just because you live in a dorm. You could still get some pillows. You can get a blanket. You
Yeah.
can put some.
You get your
themed
side of the
fairy
dorm.
lights on your side of the room. Some posters. And maybe your room rate? Nope.
Yeah, pastry puff.
Your
You did.
roommate
I just saw your
might be on board to
lantern.
decorate too. One thing that my old roommate and I started, we started doing the outside of our door. Our hallway, not the entire dorm, just our hallway, because this was something our RA did, had a Halloween door decorating contest. And my roommate and I always tried to go all out. We'd cover that door in cobwebs, hang those little like stickies on the door. What did we get one year? It was like it was a door knocker, but it had like a hand on it. Like a dismembered hand. I think my roommate actually took that when we moved out. So she might still have it. I'll have to ask her. I know I got the pumpkin knocker. I think she got the hand knocker from the next year.
My
don't
college
hold yourself
dorm.
back, Allie. There's so many possibilities in a dorm.
My college dorm.
And with DIY, you could do so much.
It had like a little cutout before the door from the hallway. And so I called it like my front porch. And I would always, like, I cut out tons and tons of like, what's the word? Snowflakes. I cut out tons and tons of snowflakes and put them all along the walls. I did, we had like, so I was friends with the RA every year. And they had access to a Cricut, the cutting machine. which is how I actually liked a cricket. And
Don't tell him I have them, Bass.
and that was Mars the Provide. And so I cut out like bats and stuff
PCM.
and ghosts.
Hello.
Hello, PCM. How you been?
Yeah, you can make little hanging ghosts. Literally, you could take an old sock, stuff it, and boom, you have a little ghost.
Or tissues.
Tissues, too. It's amazing what you can do with so little. I feel like being in the
I
dorm
cut out a
just
bunch by
unlocks
hand.
So
You
much
can cut out bats
creativity.
like by hand a lot. And if you live in a dorm, right, Allie? So I would talk to the front desk. My dorm had constantly like events and stuff that would make
Yeah.
decorations and things. But you might also have
Especially leading
access
up
to
holidays.
like art supplies and stuff that you didn't even realize. You know, my dorm certainly did. And not even because I was friends with the RA. Like you could literally
Sometimes you just get
have
lucky
access to
with
stuff.
your campus.
What about a
Like,
potluck? In
my
college, I
campus
always
was
had a
very
potluck.
art-driven campus, and they would we had an art studio on
Oh,
campus. They just let
PCM.
people in. As long as you knew someone who could get you in, you could get in. It's pretty base.
But I hosted a Halloween potluck actually every year in college, Bass. And I actually I cut my ring finger on my non-dominant hand really bad, carving apples for shrunken head punch.
Ooh.
And I cut it really bad, and it was like an hour before the party was supposed to come, and it was pretty bad. Probably should have gotten stitches, but I'm like on the phone to my mom. I'm definitely a little hysterical, and she's like, "Go to the hospital." I'm like, "No, I can't. The party's in an hour. It's gonna be too long." And so I just put a band-aid on it, and it's fine. I have feeling in it. There's a
Okay.
scar. I can still play ukulele. Took a long time.
This is
but
how
I
you
can still
know
play
she
ukulele.
and Dylan were made for each other, because Dylan also sliced his finger off.
Yeah, he did get stitches. And also, apparently in my panic, though I didn't think I did, I flailed enough to spray little drops of blood all across the dorm room in a very subtle way where you only knew if you, like, went up to one. And so, you know, Halloween decorations. But I had this Zelda poster that I still have on my wall up at the time. And in the dark part of it, because it's a Twilight Princess poster, there's still a drop of blood from that on the poster. Still. We wiped all the other ones
Wow,
off.
Just your
Yeah.
DNA hanging out.
Oh, Bass,
I'm
you can
pretty
add so many
sure that
different things to
Is
punch.
the difference
No,
to
no.
party punch. I know
No.
it's not the only difference, but for a lot of people,
I've
it's
never
the
fucking
main
had
difference.
spiked punch. To me, punch is like the first mocktail because, you know, it's normal. A lot of punches you add sherbet, but you mix a lot of stuff. You can make a lot of res.
I have
Literally,
never
look up
tried
on the
adding
internet.
sherbet to a
Oh,
punch.
literally, look up on the internet. Pick a season, pick a flavor, and type punch. You usually get the cold, like, condensed fruit juice cans. You add Sprite, you add sherbet. And I had a big crystal punch bowl. My mom gave me her big crystal punch bowl with the thing, with the glasses. I was fancy as fuck in college, guys. I was shit. I hosted in college, I hosted an entire tea party for a significant amount of friends. That was too many friends that I had to sign out the kitchen space because it had a lot of tables. And I sent invitations. I told people to dress nice. I made all the tea sandwiches. I had multiple teapots with teas, with teacups. I also made hot chocolate because a lot of people didn't like tea. And yeah. My first mocktail actually was called a Darth Vader, which I've learned recently is really called a Roy
Ooh.
Rogers. But it's grenadine and
I
Coke.
much prefer Darth Vader. That's
Yeah.
better.
It's grenadine and Coke. So it's still grenadine. But I love Shirley Temples.
I was basic. My first was a Shirley Temple. And then I discovered virgin pina coladas, and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
sold.
Virgin pina coladas are great.
Oh, they're so good. That screams summer to me. Honestly, what I need to get my hands on this weekend is some apple cider from our local farm. I swear I don't live in farm country. We just happen to have an apple farm down the street.
Apple and peaches.
In our town. Apple and peaches, yes. Oh, they have some delicious peaches too.
What's funny, Mars, is that
jams, jellies, butters.
The general place where we're from and we live, if you go out east, it is still farm country. You know, we were talking about the pickle festival on stream and the garlic festival, and everybody's here's like, what the fuck? You have all these festivals? I was like, yeah, potato, corn.
Yeah.
Peaches, apple, pumpkin.
Well, most of the reason is because this place used to be farm country.
Well,
like,
and out east is still farm country. It's really funny. I know
that's where we go out to pick our pumpkins.
My grandmother, originally from England, lived generally where we live for many years, retired down to North Carolina. Made friends with 2 other people retired down to North Carolina. Turns out he is part of a family that is a massive family where we live, known for their farms.
That's
out where we live.
Wild.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay. I don't want to just give him armor, but I don't know what to do about that.
Gotta be something we could do with those pauldrons. The feathers
Does
are
it
gonna
have
make
to be
this tricky.
pauldrons? I'm more
it
like...
doesn't have to be.
I'm trying to think of, like, what could be armor-y without just being, like, I put him in plate armor. Like I want it to be a little nicer.
Wait. You know what might be good for reference?
What?
I just thought of the owls from Guardians of Ga'Hoole. They wear armor.
Yeah, it's less... I'm
series.
less concerned about, like, the wings' existence, and I'm more just, like, Flare is not a fighter. Right? Like, he's... Like, I feel like just... I could very easily just put him in plate armor.
Protection for his squishy bits.
Yeah. But I want it to be different, is it. That's it.
Was it Michael Bay? I thought it was, Zack
Okay,
Snyder.
I know what to do. I know what we're doing. We're giving him a fortified apron.
Ooh, okay.
We're doing it this way. That's the ticket. I want to give him a fortified apron. I think that's the way. You can do like splint. I think splint armor around his chest.
Why am I also picturing
would be good.
oven mitts that are armored gloves?
Gauntlet oven mitts.
Gauntlet oven mitts. As a total crack suggestion, not serious at all.
Yeah, I just got hit with the genius.
We love it when Ori gets hit with the genius.
He'll turn his frying pan. I'll also...
His frying pan into a dying pan.
I also like the splint armor idea because I can give him more bows, which I have apparently decided long ago was a Flare staple.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah. So that's the ticket. That's what I want. Because I think the only rules about the armor is it has to be the color. I'm very certain.
Oh, see, Bess, I think this will work out because it doesn't restrict his movement being an apron.
Yeah.
It's just going to protect those extra squishy bits. And that's what we need, because he's a little squishy in battle. Just a little.
He is kind of squishy right now. Exactly. Yeah, he wouldn't want. Forge. Requires you must mask the aster color. Aster color was 30% of the design. That's fine. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Literally the only thing is it has to be the color. So that's what we're
That's
doing.
pretty good.
That's what we're doing. Armor everywhere with their abs. I made a character pretty early in my D&D, you know, career, I guess. I don't know. What else do you call that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by saying D&D career, but I don't know what word it would be that's not career. You know? My D&D experience? It's not the right vibe.
My D&D trauma?
No.
I know what you're describing. I'm trying to think of a word for it.
But, continuing on,
damn, now I'm gonna be
I
thinking about
made a
this.
character that
My
had
D&D
splint armor.
portfolio?
No, that's like a...
My D&D... I feel like experience is just the word.
But it's not a good word.
But it's the word.
I don't
mean,
like
I could look
the
up
word.
synonyms for experience.
D&D lifetime? It's like the specific
Now it sounds like
relation to the amount of time that you spent, like, doing a thing. And I just don't... Okay. I like this general idea, but I might need to give him a smock instead.
My D&D memoir? Journey? The strongest match was autobiography.
Lovely.
Record? Account? History? Anecdote?
I don't know. Career just has a very specific vibe. And I want that, but for not a job. It's like, what do I call my shit? I call it a jobby. Because it's not a hobby and it's not a job. Like, what is it?
Okay. Synonyms for career, then. Ack minus AI! Jesus. Okay, none of these feel right. My D&D calling.
Ah!
I'm sorry, Ori. I'm pretty sure experience is the word you're gonna get.
Fuck, where did it go? Where did it go?
Uh-oh.
What happened to my layers?
You lost it!
Oh. I dragged them to my other monitor, apparently.
Oh.
Calling... No,
It's the new game of Find the Line.
It's not a call... I don't know which word we're talking about. It's not my D&D calling. I'm specifically referencing the amount of time that I've spent within the D&D space and community. Right? Playing D&D. I feel like there should be a word.
Other words for experience, even though I think experience is the best word you're gonna get.
The layers left for the milk. I am calling it a jobby. I don't like calling instead of jobby bass because it's not like the thing I am called to do. Like, I don't know. That has like a very spiritual thing in my mind, which is not the words that I want.
Ori has grown-up big girl money. She could get the 2 monitors.
I needed it.
It makes
for
such
stream.
a difference.
I needed it. It allows me to chat with you guys. It allows me to have Ace Attorney on. It allows me to see OBS. It allows me to just have a lot more stuff. I constantly am debating 3 monitors.
3?
Yeah.
Wow. We're really upgraded now.
It was really important when I DM'd. Also, DMing the 2 monitors is really, really nice. And having a 3rd one for DMing would be very nice.
That would be a game changer.
D&D is not a spiritual experience. I'm trying to make up a new word, Mason.
Wait, you're saying D&D isn't a spiritual experience?
Oh no, PCM. No, I would
say
not
our
call it
first
a
PPK was
spiritual
pretty
experience.
spiritual. Or
See,
humbling
I
at the
feel like
very
we have
least.
very different definitions of what a spiritual experience is then.
Well, that was life-changing.
Yeah, okay, I would say something changed by brain chemistry is different from a spiritual experience. What are we, 2, 3? Oh, monitors, 3. Yeah, Dylan was having issues with his with his second monitor, and he was being very sad about it.
Aw. Poor him.
Mm-hmm. He solved it, though. Okay. I don't know if I like that.
I'm gonna edit
I'm
this.
just gonna do those. And then these can be over. Look at that. Oh no, mod, sick 'em!
Oh, shit! Get out of here! Nice, Bass.
Woo!
Oscar!
Oscar, hello!
We banned the bot and Oscar appears. That must have been the summoning ritual.
Okay, no, I like this front bow better.
That was crazy.
Okay, I feel like... What do we call it? Iron Apron sounds pretty great, because it gives, like, Iron
I like Iron
Maiden.
Apron. It feels right out of Dungeon Meshi, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But is also
it was
the,
a
like...
sacrifice, Oscar. We sacrificed the bot to bring you here.
The armored apron is also a good one.
I think I like Iron Apron though, because it's also got
Silver
that Iron
Smock.
Chef play
See,
on
I
it,
guess I
too.
associate smock with art specifically, not cooking. To me, a smock is for art and
I have
crafting,
to say, having worked
like
with
painting.
kids, smock sounds like a painting and art thing.
Yeah. Yeah, sacrificial bots all the time.
But I gotta say, I really like Iron Apron because it's also got that Iron Chef feel to it, which just seems so fitting.
So, what kind of drawing tablet we looking for, PCM? There's two kinds of drawing tablets. There's the one that sits on your... Well, technically there's three, but there's mainly two. There's the one that sits on your desk. It doesn't have a screen. You draw on it, and then it has to be hooked up to a computer with a screen, and you look at the screen while drawing. The other type is a tablet that has a screen on it, and you draw directly on the screen, but it still does have to be hooked up to a computer. And then, of course, you have something like an iPad, which is a screen and also does not need to be connected to a computer. Those are the three options. I mean, PCM, it's like riding there is a learning curve, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. Mars does all her stuff on a screenless one. The screenless ones are considerably cheaper. You can get a decent one for
and the
like
learning curve
$20.
really is not that bad. It trains you to have good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. They are very inexpensive,
it's not bad at
PCM.
all.
And if it's like your foray into stuff, I might recommend starting with that, just as it is very inexpensive. And if you end up hating it, like overall, or it's not something you do a lot, whatever. If you want to start now these days, especially with a company like Gaomon, and I know Canadian Lucifer very much likes Zen. pen tablets are the screenless one, Willow? I'm assuming. I think I know you said you liked that.
To say yes.
I would
hello,
also
Willow.
recommend Galmon, especially since Canadian Lucifer is recommending them. But so I have a Wacom. Mars also has a Wacom, and they work great.
I have Ori's old Wacom.
Yeah, that thing's been fucking going for a long time. They work
Do
great.
not jinx it.
They knock on wood. They work great. However, they are a very expensive brand. Now, again, I got the one Mars has back in like 2015, and I got. Yeah, wow, that hurt. And I got the one I have in like 2020. So it was before these other brands came on. So I do know that non-Wacom brands are going to be much cheaper overall. The type of tablet that I have from something like Galmon or even Huon is like hundreds of dollars, where the one I have is over $1,000. So if mine was to ever have an issue, I probably wouldn't get a Wacom again. Not because I don't like them, they are just very expensive. So I would definitely start with Galmon and Huon, because we do have 2 recommendations here of people that use those. Those brands are going to be cheaper. Again, Willow, no jinxing. We're at 10.
I'm not allowed.
I would have to say Hawthorne in both cases, Bass. They're very classically related to witches and fairies in folklore. They're probably good for both if you want to cast spells. So PCM, while the pen tablet, the one without a screen where you look up at the screen, is a little weird at first, it isn't as hard as it sounds. Right? You think where it's like, oh, okay, let me back up. No matter which one you get, it will be different than drawing traditionally. No matter what, it will feel different. Drawing digital art feels different, period. So if you're looking to just try it out, PCM, I would really recommend getting one of the low-end, like, you know, the inexpensive pen tablets. Like I said, they're like $20 these days. Dylan got one. I think he got a Galmon. $20. Okay? And it works fine. It works great. Literally, he doesn't use it, and if something happens to Mars, that's the one she's gonna get. Because, again, they're real. So if you're looking for just like a hobby to start getting into, I'd recommend starting with the pen tablet. I didn't get an iPad until last year. I've had my iPad for a year and a couple months now, and I do love it. It feels very different than my computer tablet. It did take a lot of getting used to. I will say at this point, I'm pretty proficient with it. Oh, see, that is a very different thing, VCM. At least drawing with a tablet, you do have pen pressure. You do still feel very similar. Yeah, exactly. That's a good example, Canadian Lucifer. You don't watch where your mouse goes in order to mouse. You look at the screen. So, you know, it's not as weird as you think it is.
Yeah, and speaking as someone who had never picked up a tablet before picking up the Wacom, really the learning curve is not that bad.
Oscar.
If you can navigate your computer mouse across the screen, you can navigate the pen across the screen. Does it sometimes need some recalibration? Does it sometimes need some redoing? Yes, absolutely. All technology does. But it's really not like a massive learning curve.
Yeah, it's not. And once you know it, you know it. Yeah, Oscar, correct me if I'm wrong, Pastry Puff uses it. Ibis Paint is, yeah, free. Allie uses it too. There you go. Ibis Paint is free. I think the one
this whole time.
Soup uses is like Autodesk Sketch is also free. The other one's great. Orimon. Yeah, Ibis Paint is the big one for free. I do use Procreate, which is not free, it's $20. I knew that going into it, that's the one I wanted to use. Yeah, Krita, I don't know if Krita has a tablet port, but Krita's the free one on, like, PC. Krita's the big free one. The free one I used was long before Krita was a thing, and that was Medibang Paint, which is where I started.
Yes, that's where I first learned as well. That's what Ori originally trained me on.
The free programs are great.
And then we switched over, and I was like, oh, gotta learn the new one. I'm not even sure if I remember how to use Medibang.
Honestly, it's pretty the same, but it is kind of outdated compared. I don't really hear people use it as much. Crit is the big one now on PC, and it has a lot of features and stuff.
Kind of hard to beat that. And a bunch of brushes.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a good time.
Clip Studio Paint goes on mega sale like 4 times a year at least. Really, really fantastic deals. And while they did have a bit of an issue...
That's how Ori was able to gift me my Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah. Because it goes on mega sale like every summer... And then another, like, near Christmas. We're talking, like, insane sales, too. Like it's cheap as hell when they go on sale. But, yeah, if you're looking into being a little more professional and getting something paid, I highly recommend Clip Studio. There was a little bit there where they were going to be, like, Adobe, and everybody kind of was like, fuck you, what the fuck? You said you weren't? And they were like, ah, shit. Yeah, never mind. So they are subscription on mobile, but if I'm being honest, I have no desire to use them on mobile. There's too much shit. I honestly hate.
Sounds like hell.
I hate the mobile interface of Procreate. So the way
that sounds terrible.
The way I draw on Procreate is very, very different than the way I draw in CSP. Yeah, CSP does have a 1-month trial. That is how I got into it. I highly, highly recommend Clip Studio if you're looking to purchase something. Again, the lower... there's like 2 versions. There's Clip Studio Pro. I think it's Clip Studio Paint Pro and then Clip Studio Paint EX. I used Pro for a number of years. Mars still uses Pro. I eventually, during one of the sales, gave in and got EX. And the reason for that is because Pro... only allows you like a certain amount of frames for animation, and I had been getting into animation, where EX allows you unlimited, and a lot of other features like nowadays, because I have Clip Studio Paint 4, right? Man, I got Clip Studio Paint when it was 1. I think Mars is on 3? 2 or 3?
I think I'm on 3 now, yeah.
I think you're on 3. I got 4 again on a sale because it had a really cool 3D model upgrade. Mason. Oh, enjoy your walk, Bass. Mason, there's a really cool trick to animation.
Have a good one.
And it's hard. It's hard to implement because I'm still bad at implementing it. But there's a really cool trick. And the fact, and this is no offense to anybody, okay? No offense to anybody. But even when I sit there and I just fucking bullshit my way through for like really quick for what I would consider a really shitty animation, if you keep any of the fundamental ideas about timing and like movement and stuff in mind, literally everybody's like, oh my god, move! And that's how the Animinies were born. Not joking. The Animinies exist because I really wanted to do something, and I just, like, was like, I'm gonna do it, like, really fast. Like, I'm just gonna, like, see how fast I can do it. And, like, I showed it to Dylan, I showed it to Mars, and they're both like, oh my god, this is so cool, look at it go! And then, like, everybody...
We lost our mind.
And then, like, I posted it online as well, and everyone's like, oh, it's great. It's the, objection, Your Honor! You know, my client, whatever. It's great. It's fantastic. But, like, the only reason it's good is because I kept, like, it's because I did 2 things. I kept the fundamentals of animation within it, with, like, timing and stuff, and, I also lip synced. I'm not joking. Those are the two things. If you
going that
watch
extra
the
mile.
artists that animate that you really like, I'm talking Melly Wong, I'm talking literally pick one, they don't move very much. Now I will say, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to like put it aside and just like not care that much, right? It's hard for me to not go like Neil Illustrator and like fucking go like it's very hard. But like that objection, Your Honor, you know, Dylan one with Phoenix took like an hour. No, it had to be longer than that. Not that much time for an animation, okay? Like comparatively, not that much time.
I think you were talking with me while doing it, so wasn't it like 2 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Just about.
Very quick. And it's literally like as quick as fuck sketches to then like really quick sketchy lines over it so it at least looks like Phoenix. And that's literally all of the Animinies are at that level. Limited animation. Exactly, Willow. Exactly.
That's why they're called Animinies.
But yeah, that's why they're Animinies, Willow, because they're more than animatics, but they're less than a full animation. And I'm like, we need a word for this. Animinies.
And we got a word for it.
You did get
See,
a
that
word
one
for
just
it.
fell into
Yeah,
our laps.
Mars coined that one, actually. That's a Mars original.
It was too good.
It
made
good.
too much sense. The universe made it happen.
Oh, I need to just mention this because I find this wild. You know that song that I did the little Outcast Animini to that goes like, you think the devil has horns? Well, so did I. That song was made about Muzan in like a challenge song thing. The artist did like a spin the wheel. It has to be about Muzan and it has to be about the devil. That's how that song got created.
What the fucking
Isn't
hell?
that insane? God, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, really, Allie.
Oh. That, it both makes sense. My mind is blown. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a good song, though.
Yeah, it's wild. It's just wild, though.
This was a funny coincidence the other day. I think, Ori, you do follow this person on Instagram because I've sent you a couple of their things. Basically, this one animator and comic artist as well, they're known for doing a lot of Caesar x JoJo fan art, comics, animations, the whole 9 yards. And they recently put one out that was really friggin' well animated. Like, holy crap. It was limited movement, but the movement was fluid. It matched with the music perfectly. And the song they were using was called Talk Fast. So I'm like, I'm watching the video, yes, to enjoy the animation, but I'm also kind of vibing to the song. I'm like, ooh, this is good. This has that classic, like, 2010s feel. Like, it reminds me of Glad You Came, somebody that I used to know. Like, it's just got that feel to it. So I start looking it up. I'm like, I want to hear the full song. What's the full song? And when I find it, it was made by 5 Seconds of Summer, who also did Teeth, which is part of our band AU. And I was like, well then, I guess that's 2 songs by this band I like, but great minds think alike. And now I really need this animator to do a Caesar JoJo animation to Teeth, please.
Teeth is
and
so
thank
good.
you. Teeth is amazing. Literally, I was vibing out with that song on my commute. God, my commute today. Oh, God. Oh, God. Story time. Ori got her story time earlier. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
This one definitely isn't as involved, but God, did it piss me off. So I work at multiple locations. I am an on-the-road speech therapist. Yes, our cars are our office. Don't look in my car. It looks like a combination Toy Store and Barn and Nobles. It's bad. It's really bad. My backseat is a mess. It's covered in toys, books, papers, reports. It's awful. Don't look at my car. Don't look in my
so
car.
Embarrassed about my car.
If you guys really want, I'll take a picture of the inside of my car and
I
send
am
it
not
to you tomorrow.
doing that.
I have to go to the dentist tomorrow, so I'll be in my car. But Jesus Christ, it's awful. It's so bad. Anywho, that's not the point of the story. What was the point of the story? Yes, I traveled to multiple locations. And my first stop this morning was one of my schools. And that was fine. Did my thing. Not bad at all. And I finished about 1 o'clock. So I didn't have another client at the actual center until 4. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drive home. I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to work on some of these reports that I need to get done. And it's going to be a chill afternoon and then a chill late afternoon. Like, it's going to be great. So I get home, make myself some ramen. I'm working on these reports. My mom is showing me everything she found at Michael's. And the center is not crazy far from my house. 20 minutes max is how long it usually takes me. So I need to get there by 4, leave about 3:20, 3:15, get there by 3:40. Not bad. It should work. Keyword being should. I get all my stuff together, tell my mom I'm going to leave, what time I'll be back. I get in the car. I start setting up my GPS. Now, the GPS has this handy dandy little feature of telling you your ETA, your estimated time of arrival. And as soon as I put in my location, it tells me 38 minutes. You'll get there by 4:05. I'm like, what the hell happened on my route that it's gonna take this long? So I start driving because I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to floor it. I'm gonna have to take the left lane the whole way down. Now, even though I pretty much know the route to this location, I still use the GPS because you never know what's going to happen as you're driving. You could get rerouted, you could get a delay, you could have a million unpredictable things happen. So as I'm driving, it tells me instead of making my usual left to go in this certain direction, to make a right and get off the parkway. So I'm like, okay, I guess there's an accident up ahead and it's routing me. All right, that's chill. It's taking me in a completely other direction. But I'm double checking the destination. It's like, okay, I did click the right destination. We're going in the direction. The problem is everyone else's GPSs did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So now that route is backed up to oblivion. And I'm just sitting there like, God damn it. This was supposed to be easy. 20 minutes, no stress, no nothing. But nope, wasn't the case. I had to call the office and be like, hey, I'm stuck in traffic. Please let my client know. We will extend the session today. But I don't want them to think I'm not coming. I'm just stuck.
Yep.
It's not the first time that's happened either. There was another time this summer actually. I was trying to get to the office, literally the exact same thing. I went home because I had a massive ass gap and it's like I'm not going to waste that on the road. I'm going to go home and get some like real food and stuff and relax. Got on the road and then literally I must have showed up just as the accident had happened. Because they hadn't even called in the ambulance and everyone else yet. I was landlocked in between all these cars. Couldn't go forwards, couldn't go backwards. I was sitting there for a good 18 minutes. And I'm just like, oh, this is not happening. Luckily, when I called the office that day, they were like, yeah, everyone's been calling in with that problem today. I'm like, oh, thank God, not just me coming from this direction.
I got really lucky technically once. I was driving home from work one day and it was really rainy. And the guy, it was like really, really rainy. So rainy that like I'm behind a guy with his like flashers on. We're both in the right lane. He has his flashers on. I'm behind him, and I'm not trying to change into the left lane because it's like the visibility is super low. So it's like we're just going slow behind this. I'll put my flashers on too, that we're going slow, right? Like I'm not. I just want to get home in one piece. Some guy in a little sedan came fucking zipping out. He weaved out. He weaved into the right lane behind us, came up to behind me, out of the right lane into the left lane to get around us, went to go back into the right lane, spun out and hit like a light pole. A light pole and skidded off into the road. Now his car didn't flip or anything. Another guy from our lane also like pulled over with him. Everybody looked like they got out, like it wasn't like a super bad crash. But the light pole fell across the highway in front of the car in front of me. So one car in front of me, light pole. Now, thankfully, it had fallen slightly at just an angle where one lane was free. So we creep around and we get out, thank God.
Boop, boop, boop.
But it was like, oh my lord.
Jeez. That one?
Yeah, literally, Allie. Insane shit sometimes. I don't even know. All right, well, this is the armor
nuts.
design.
There was one time I was driving to my college campus. This was actually last year. I'm driving along the road. Now this is a windy road. This was back when I didn't take the highways and parkways because I was a scared little child. Then I'd only had my license for a short amount of time, so I was like, I'm going to take the roads with stoplights and the not crazy drivers, and it'll be great. It'll be fine. Oh, little did I know. So I'm in the leftmost lane because they did have 2 lanes on this one road. It wasn't a highway, just more of a side road, but it was very hilly. So there's lots of turns, there's lots of ups and downs. You got to kind of go with the flow when you're driving your car on that kind of road. Now, it wasn't a rainy day. There was no inclement weather. There was nothing. But I'm following the car in front of me. And we're coming up where there is a right turn. And some people are making the left into that turn. I literally watch as the car in the lane next to us, I don't know if he went to make the left turn or he lost control, but he goes right into the car that's directly in front of me. And I fucking slammed on my brakes. I literally screamed, holy shit, slammed down on my brakes. I'm just like, I did not just witness that. Holy shit. Not a fun time. I was shaking. I was kind of having a panic attack in the seat. And that's the asshole behind me starts honking. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I just witnessed a freaking massacre. Forgive me if I need a moment to recover.
Nah, people suck.
They really do. I actually ended up going... I had to go around. I had no choice. But I pulled over on the side of the road, and I just called my dad in a panic.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I can't breathe right now. I still have to go to class. But I think I'm having a panic attack.
I'm
like, God,
usually...
I had never felt more at the mercy of the cosmic dice before. As I was like, if I was going any faster or anything was off by like a centimeter, that could have been me.
No, I'm usually on the phone, like with my mom, you know, just driving around because I drive around a lot and she's retired, and we're just, you know, it's nice to talk. So I'm usually on the phone a lot. So sometimes when like crazy driving shit happens, I'm like, oh God, wait, hold on. And she's like, are you okay? Ori, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, this truck just didn't fucking know how to drive and he was trying to merge. The amount of terrible, terrible merges there are where I drive though, man. Oh my God. There's a couple like distinct places where it's like, this is horrible. This is a death trap. The GPS is bad at this.
Very specific one that sucks.
One for me when I was driving with you?
No.
Oh.
This was one where I was coming back from my my grandma's actually, because she lives just past you, Ori, just a little further up. But I have to get like through the city to get back to my place. and it had me coming off one of the bridges, and then it wants me to jump 4 lanes to get to the expressway.
Yes, you have to get all the way
awful.
left. And if you don't know you have to be in the leftmost lane the whole time, it's terrible. And they recently made it worse.
Didn't know that. They honked at me. I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
They made it worse.
It was bad.
The GPS is fixed. So basically, guys,
worse?
Guys, when you get off of this bridge, okay, this bridge has 3 lanes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This bridge has 3 lanes. You get off this bridge and another lane comes in. So now you have another lane here. Okay, so now there's 4 lanes. And then you get another lane over here. But this lane is exit only. These 2 lanes go one direction only. And these 2 lanes go another direction only. But you need to be in this lane to go a specific way, or this lane to go in a specific way. So that's very important you know which lanes you want to be in. And that's all well and good. The GPS does a good job at telling you about this direction and taking this direction, but it used to do a really horrible job about telling you about this direction. So basically, it would tell you, okay, so if this exit is, say, A, B, and C on the right, okay, it would tell you, like, take exit A, over here, be in this lane to take exit A. And it's like, great, lovely, fantastic. But if you want to go this way, and the signs say exit A, exit B, exit C, right? All of the street signs say that. If you want to go this way, the street signs say Happy Parkway. Happy Parkway or whatever. Which is great, but the GPS tells you take exit 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't tell you any fucking thing about Happy Parkway. It doesn't tell you anything at all. It tells you to take exit 1, 2, or 3. So you have to know. It doesn't tell you about lanes. It doesn't tell you about any of that shit because it's telling you to take exit 1, 2, or 3, which is down here past this fucking split. It doesn't tell you any shit about Happy Parkway, and the signs don't tell you anything about exit 1, 2, or 3 until you've taken Happy Parkway. Now, I will say, thankfully, the GPS has been updated, and the GPS does tell you about Happy Parkway, but they fucked it up in a different way. This road was redone, and these used to be all white dotted lines, literally up until the merge, up until the split. Everything was white dotted lines. No. There are 3 sections of signs. There's this set of signs, and there's this set of signs, and there's this set of signs when you're coming off the bridge. So the bridge is here, and you have sign, and then the sign at the merge. Okay? The GPS changes at this sign here. Okay? This is where you start being able to change lane. This is where... I'm sorry.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is where the first sign exists. This is where the GPS tells you to change. This sign does not give you any important information that you need. This sign gives you the important information that you need. However, now, at this sign, everything changes to double white lines.
God damn it.
So the only part where you have all the information of where the fuck you need to go is suddenly the place where they really don't want you to change lanes anymore.
Well, that's as clear as mud.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
No. Never.
Definitely one of the terrible places. But honestly, not one of the worst places. Because once you know that place, you're fine. Like, I always go certain ways. Like you can predict it once you know it. There's a bunch of other places where the GPS doesn't fucking know where you are. There's a bunch of places where there's like an overpass. And then there's roads under the overpass. It
confuses the poor GPS.
No. So there's an overpass. There's an elevated road going this way. There's a road directly under that road also going this way. And then there's multiple lanes of side roads going in both directions. And you can only make certain turns from certain areas. And you can't make them all the time. And you can't make them everywhere. And because they're all, like, stacked on top of each other, the GPS has a god-awful time knowing what fucking road you're on. So it'll give you directions, and it's like, that's not where I am. Can you tell me where I am? Please? I need to be where I am.
Has anyone noticed in the new GPS update that it also tells you now where the railroad crossings are?
Oh, no. I don't run into a lot of those anymore. All my trains are elevated or under the ground.
It always tells me that now. Like every time I'm driving, railroad crossing ahead, I'm like, thank you, I have eyes.
Wild.
I can see. Why was this needed?
Nobody knows.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
The amount of road rage that my friends have been subjected to when I'm talking to them on the phone while I'm driving. Like, I'll just be talking normally, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, so anyway, today, oh, screw you coming into my lane!
I feel like I influenced you, Mars.
What?
I feel like I influenced you to do that. You always used to tell me when I was like driving you around.
No, this was my favorite. This was my favorite. So, Ori got her license in high school. She did driver's ed through our high school. So she was one of the first one of us driving. In fact, she often drove like our little group around when we did hang out. And the funniest thing,
especially because Mars lived close to me,
saw. Oh yeah, it was very convenient. But the funniest thing, and I swear it's still the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, is the way Ori would sit at the wheel. Now, I don't think Ori was a nervous driver. I think Ori was a serious driver, where she just wanted to be alert. She wanted to be on the lookout for things. So she would grip that wheel in an iron grasp. Her knuckles were white. She would hunch over the wheel. And if she saw anyone like missing a signal, merging into the lane when they weren't supposed to, making the turn, going in front of traffic, she just hunch over that wheel. One pointed finger. Bad. 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 Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, honestly.
I think what's so funny is I remember distinctly, like in driver's ed, being told that like, wow, you know, I usually find like the driver's ed teacher being like, you know, I usually find that women like are afraid to hold the wheel. Like they're afraid to hold it firmly, but you hold it beautifully. I was like, nice. Awesome.
And now I will do it forever. You really do sometimes ride that high that the driver's ed teacher gives you.
Yeah.
I remember my driver's ed teacher, I took mine way out of high school. This was like past my my bachelor's degree. This was oh gosh, 3 years ago? Maybe? Wow, I don't want to think about that. Anywho, it wasn't, he didn't compliment my steering wheel, but he did compliment that I always put on my turn signal, which is probably why I now yell at people who don't have their turn signals. Because I remember he said to me, people forget to put on their turn signals, especially as you get closer to home. You always put on your turn signal. I never have to remind you. I'm just like, ooh, okay, I guess that will be a core part of me now. Oh, joining in on the road rage is the best, Canadian Lucifer.
I'm debating if I want to draw
Flare. I was
Flare or
cackling
not.
in the seat every time Ori did that. She doesn't do it anymore, but it was hilarious. Just
All right.
ultra serious bad.
Guys, I need help.
Bad.
I'm debating if I actually want to draw Flare in the armor, and the reason for that is the fact that it's going to be the image that the armor has, right? So like a lot of items in PaperDemon are just like a thing, right? They're just the item. So I don't know.
So just the armor not on Flare, more on a mannequin?
That's how it normally, that's how a lot of them is. Right, now I will get points if I draw Flare, but with Flare it will still be the armor's image. I'm trying to get good examples. Let's see. Armor. So, like, this is the newest armor here. Okay, that is tiny as
Okay.
fuck. Let's get the bigger picture. Okay, this is the new armor. See how it is just like a thing, right? It's not really on anybody.
Oh, I see, I see.
But I will get points. And now the other armor is like on a person, but you don't like see all of them. But I'm pretty sure I have to draw Flair's head for it to count. So I'm just uncertain. Because a lot more items look like this one than this one's kind of like odd. A lot more items look like the item one. So I'm just curious, do I want to draw just the armor so that the item looks good, or do we draw Flair for the points? I guess is really the question here.
I like the idea of the top right one.
Yeah.
Like having that little bust mannequin figure.
It would have to have
I don't know,
its
I
head,
just feel
though.
like it helps give the armor some shape.
I'm not enjoying him. I'm just kind of having this moment of the like the final look is more the kind of look I'm thinking of now. You know?
Is it possible to do both to get all the points, Allie asks?
I don't think so. You kind of only get to forge once. So I'm gonna have to say no. I don't believe you can. Again, one doesn't give me points. One, but looks, I guess for lack of a better word, more cohesive with the world in a way. I don't know why I'm caring so much about your arm muscles, Flair. You have wings. Okay.
He's got those baking muscles.
He does. He does. Well, he's got to have arm muscles. He fucking flies. And as a caller, fly is a heavy turn. I don't know if I want to give him a headband of any sort. And I do think I'm going to cut him off at the legs. You just kind of need to have it all to see it. Okay, I really like this pose, but why are your arms not doing it, Flair? Please? Okay, let's go back at your reference.
No fighting Ori, Flair.
Okay. That is not enough.
Why are the arms not arming?
Yeah. Now I'm debating if I want the general look of the apron over it or not. I think I might do that, actually. I think I want to show
really
the
cool.
apron more than this image has. And a lot of splint armor is like undercoats, and you just see like the studs more. So I think I want that more.
I'm gonna have to look up splint armor because I don't think my
do you
brain
remember?
has the
I
right
mean, you know,
picture.
Asen has splint armor.
Aha, okay.
So it's a lot of those studs.
Oh, I see, I see.
Flair is
Oh,
strong.
these are cool. Very badass. Let's see. Ooh, subscription. On PaperDemon? Oh, it's the flowing blue flame lamp from Pastry Puff. I think I saw that. 'Twas lovely.
Okay. Here we go. Because then if I have... Yeah, then if I have... bit of this, but it sticks out. Because then he can still have the pocket. I was kind of sad about losing the pocket. But we can still have it kind of
I still don't know what the hell I'm gonna write for Shark Party.
like this. Don't do it then.
But I'm skipping the court one because I also couldn't think of anything for that.
Okay, you could do one of the other, like, the regular ones. I bet you have a ton of fucking bookmarks. Like, you know, don't stress.
That's probably true. Oh, I'm not stressing. I'm certainly not stressing.
Yeah, I like,
I've been enjoying participating in the weekly things, and it feels good to do the weekly things. So I wanted to do more weekly things.
Yeah, I was looking at all the past prompts. There's a lot of fun ones. But I had like a back and forth about doing the Shark Party one, because it was like, at first I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. And then when I was doing the onesie Jim for Milano, I was like, oh, what if I saw like a shark like blanket. And I was like, oh shit, like that would work for Flair, because he has wings, right? Like a shark hooded blanket. I was like, oh, that'd work really well. But then I kind of came back and I was like, I kind of like how all the Flair ones like really feel like Flair, right? Like they really feel like this is a Flair moment. And the Shark Party one just, it feels goofy, which isn't a bad thing, but like it wasn't what I'm like feeling with Flair. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to explain if I'm explaining it right.
It feels more haha quirky than all the other prompts.
It didn't like if I'm being honest, I don't feel like Flair is the kind of character to put on the shark blanket. Like wrapped up in a blanket, sure, but it just didn't feel right. Yeah, vibe, Allie, and that is why I put the limits on myself. That is literally why I have all these freaking like limits for, you know, OC-tober and, you know, Ace-tober, and because it's like I was
literally telling Ori the other day, I'm like, I want to write a Gachiakuta fan fiction about a little guy being filled with hot chocolate because, good God, he needs the found family care and love.
I can't get over the Flair is just the epitome of get a little guy and fill him with warm liquid. I was like, fuck. It really
is.
Damn.
We really came full circle with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I ever find a good enough bird mug, I'm totally filling it with hot chocolate and putting it in the Discord.
Oh my goodness.
I will find the IRL Flair. Ooh, okay, I'm seeing the vision for this apron.
Yeah, I like it more, though, where it's, like, partly visible, partly not visible.
If that liquid is edible and food-based, Mason, yes. Yeah, I'll skip the
don't be Dylan. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I specified food-based.
It doesn't really work.
No! Food is food!
Yeah, I know, Mars, but I live with Dylan, and we have arguments every day. If I go, oh, damn, I'm thirsty, and he's a bitch, okay? Like, I don't know what you want.
Well, I'm sorry to say you walked right into that. Also, Lucy, it's really funny that you mentioned cat ears. For Christmas, Ori gifted me some attachments to my headphones that are shaped like cat ears, and there's sprinkles on the inside.
And they're the color of her headphones.
They match so perfectly. Even my mom was impressed.
Yeah,
she was like, oh, dang, those look good.
I literally saw them when I saw somebody, like I saw their short about it. And I was like, okay, I gotta look at this thing. And then they have pink cow ones, which is the ones I have. If you guys saw me draw myself as accurate as possible, that's and so they go with my pink headphones. And then we got Mars these blue headphones for her birthday, I guess
which
it was.
So gorgeous.
And then I saw these sprinkle ones when buying these. I'm like, they fit too perfect with Mars's fucking headphones. I gotta get it for her.
They fit good with my
So,
aesthetic too. Like,
now
the
we match-
sprinkles were a nice touch.
So that means that Mars's onesie is the blue sprinkle cat, and my onesie is the strawberry cow.
Yeah, this is accurate.
That's where we are now.
This is
I like
canon.
cows too, Mason. I have multiple strawberry cow
we-
plushies.
We know I am a cat person. I have had multiple cats. Cats are me. Bring on the cats.
Okay, I like this. I was like happy with the other version, but this version came out way better. Like the other one
This
was
one,
very
I
samurai,
like the
which I
flute that
wasn't.
it has.
Well, he's holding it up, which I wasn't against. You know, I wasn't against the samurai vibe, but it didn't feel flare. This feels flare.
He needs the embellishments. Even if it's armor, he needs the embellishments.
Okay, what about a little ruffle number at the end here? Yes, yes, yes. Yes!
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Yes! Oh, and a ruffle at the end.
Oh, it's all coming together.
Maybe not a
Mwah.
ruffle at the end, just on the sleeves.
I think just the
I'm
sleeves.
debating. This is a difficult choice now.
No, make it just the sleeves, because you got the ribbons down there.
Okay,
That's
okay,
enough to carry
okay.
through.
But then I do want...
You don't want to overdo and take attention away from the armor.
I do want... Oh,
The
see,
apron.
that bow is usually on his collar, so I'm not going to make another bow, because usually it's that bow. Yeah, all right. Beautiful! I don't want Flair to be a
He's a
samurai. He
food
doesn't have samurai vibes.
He's a food samurai. He's a warrior in the kitchen.
Okay. So we have this. Music. Why you do? Okay, sometimes
'Cause
YouTube
it's
asks
a
me all the
bitch.
fucking time if I'm still watching, and then other times it's like, nah, you're good, fam. And it's like, what? What am I doing different, bud? You know, like, bleh.
Maybe it depends on the night. Maybe it's not used to you needing music on a Friday because we're usually playing Ace Attorney.
I am uncertain.
I refuse to believe it's that smart, though.
I don't want it to be that smart. Thank you.
I don't want it to be that smart either. No, thank you.
Guys, I'm really happy. A lot of my like references recently have been looking up the thing I want a character to wear and then looking at like the model poses of that thing. Like that's how I got Milano's onesie. That's how I got this pose. Yes, is it a woman's apron? Of course, but we don't care about gender here.
No, clearly. When have we ever cared about that? Come on.
I actually have to, because Flair's wearing pants under this. It's not a dress. I mean, he's wearing shorts, but you know, same.
He could wear it as a dress if he wanted.
No, he couldn't. It's assless. It's an apron. He would have to wear
Okay,
a
but
dress.
He would certainly get someone's attention with it,
Oh,
that's
God.
for sure.
Flair is of Ace Tooney. He's Ace. I'm putting my foot down.
It
I
came
just-
out cute, Mason.
Ooh, is any... I know we're talking about all the fucking shit that we're doing, but is anybody gonna join Ace Attorney Bingo? Again, it's a very slow burn of a thing until, like, April next year. So, like,
Honestly,
Time.
because of that might be the one reason I join.
yeah, do it. I'm
Only
doing it.
because it's an actual slow burn. I'm like, fuck.
And
I
it's,
might
like,
be able to pull
specifically
that off,
touted as,
actually.
like, this is to be slow. You know, this is slow time.
Which I am more than okay with. Please and thank you.
Oh, yeah. You're in the Discord, right, Lucy? Because I'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
it's
if you're
in
not-
our uncensored channel on the discussion.
Ah, you did? I
tab.
haven't gotten mine yet. But I did put in for a bingo card. You might want to get on that, Mars, if you're thinking about joining.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm on it.
It's very simple. You just, like, copy-paste the thing in an ask, and then you know, get
This
one.
is gonna sound very stupid. How do I copy paste in an ask?
Go
What's
to
an
the
ask?
Tumblr link. Go to the Tumblr link.
Yep,
And
I did
scroll
it.
down to where it shows you like the copy paste this form thing, and it says like username and then a bunch of stuff.
Username, bunch of stuff.
I'm gonna scroll down a little bit on that post.
Oh, I see it.
Okay,
it.
so copy paste that section
stuff.
that it says like username, NSF, like that area.
Okay.
Okay.
Copy.
And then
perfect.
scroll up to the top of the page. It should say like
Okay.
ask me anything or something, or ask me something or whatever.
That I do not see.
Okay, hold on. Let me go through the link. So.
I'm on mobile, by the way.
Yeah. It should still be the same. Maybe it's in a slightly different area. Do it after.
I'm checking down.
No, you might have
I'm
to click
checking
the
up.
3 dots, I think, but I'll find it for you.
Copy, follow, suggest, report.
Oh. Go to. You have to push the Ace Attorney Bingo like their account to get to their page.
Oh, okay.
And then at the
Aha!
top it says ask me anything. And so paste it in there.
Okay.
And add your
So username is
emojis.
Laura
She's not a
Mars.
Tumblrite, Canadian Lucifer. She's not a Tumblrite.
I'm sorry.
Not a Tumblrite. Oh, we're not
I
starting
didn't
from
grow
scratch.
up in the trenches.
Bess, this was always just for design purposes. This is his, like, this is his model, basically. And then it just kind of filled out from there. It just kind of happened after that. Yeah, so paste it and then add your things of what kind of prompts you want. Like, I looked at various ones. I didn't feel like I wanted angst. I just kind of want, like, a fun, cozy time. But none of the angst are, like, that crazy. You know, it has, like, breakdown, comatose, stuff like that. NSFW definitely got a little too specific for me to do something, where it does have, like...
Okay.
Like, hand jobs specifically. It's like, we're too specific here. I'm good. Like, we're not doing, like, spicy. We're doing, like, full on. And I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
no thanks.
I'm okay with AU.
Image
I'm okay
sprite
with
prompts
cozy.
are not, they're not spoilery. They're the official other images, like them all at the Christmas party, or them all, like, making food together, like the official images. So they'll put an image on your bingo thing, and you just have to be inspired by the image.
Okay, so I'm putting down AU, cozy, angst and wump, and interaction.
Yeah, sounds good. I did AU, cozy, and image. That's what I did.
Nice. Well, I'm going for 4 to get me some variety. All right, ask. I've done it.
There you go. And if you really dislike one, you can, like, there's, like, if you go into that, like, link, there's, like, a link on that post that has, like, more information document, and they have ones you can, like, switch out.
Oh, sweet.
There's, like, a few. There's 10. You can switch out if you didn't like it. Yeah, interaction prompts are like, comment on someone arts or something. It's like, I wanted to draw.
I'm okay with commenting on some art. I pretty much do that anyway. But I also want to write about right and his wrongs and his rights.
Samurai Battle Baker. Yeah.
That does sound like an anime.
Okay, your
Samurai
arms are like
Battle
too long,
Baker.
though. Blair, my guy.
He's the one and only maker.
I actually have to make an apron IRL, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah, Dylan needs an apron because he hobbies and it gets all over his stuff, but he needs it to be a manly apron, and my girly frilly aprons are too girly for him. And so I'm gonna make him a Senshi themed apron. I just have to do it. I just have to do it. I have to just buckle down and do it.
That is the crux of everything. I just have to do it. Sit down and actually.
All right, Flair. Let's remember if I can draw your hair. I haven't drawn you in a little bit.
Gonna take some time, but he'll get there and look just as good.
Yeah. There it is.
Okay, I have clearly hit the point in the night where I need some chocolate. I'm losing my mind. Got a stash of pumplin. Oh God, I need chocolate. Pumpkin chocolate in my drawer. And it is delicious. My mom got the best candle today. It's pumpkin cream scented.
Ooh.
I was very hesitant when I heard that because I'm like, that's not pumpkin spice. That's not like pumpkin melody or whatever. What the hell is pumpkin cream?
Mm-hmm.
It smells so friggin' good. It literally smells like a sweet pumpkin latte.
I know, Allie. Allie, and MASH. We see MASH wear the frilly pink apron, which I love.
We
I
do.
love the moment
and the
that
little fuck, what's it called? Bandana.
Yes, it's so good.
Oh, so not chocolate made out of pumpkin roll.
what?
It's more so a pumpkin cream within the chocolate,
Oof.
but it's very, very good.
Oof. Bass, ideas, guys, can be a lot. People gotta... Yeah.
I once... So, I think I've told the story about how Outcast came to be. And one of the reasons I jumped on was because I was like, yeah, this will be a fun little thing to work on. And then it turned out so much bigger. Well, that was because originally with a different group of friends, we had tried to do a video game project. And I was one of the character designers for it. Very ironically, it was pixel art. Pixel art, I'm decently okay at. Not so much the art. But yeah, the reason why when Ori posed that to me, I was like, yeah, this will be a fun little side project is because that game idea never got off the ground. It was forever in the ideas phase. It never became a thing.
Yeah, Ori was not gonna let that happen.
Yeah. I didn't know that about Ori at the time.
If I get, like, actually, like, this is a thing,
better.
and I will admit, because you became a part of it is why it's way more, like, I'm on top of shit. Because the second it's, like,
shucks.
relying on me, right? Like, other people are, like, involved, like, it matters. It's like, all right, we're fucking doing this right, you know?
We're going. No, and it works the other way, too, because I'm like, oh, Ori needs this script. She's got to draw this. I want this to exist. I want the characters to be seen. It's a good motivation. It really is. Pumpskin Jan?
Pumpkin jam?
Pumpkin
jam.
Zapallo?
Yeah.
Oh, jam.
Zapallo. Zapallo.
Zapallo. I'm sorry, Midnight Brain is kicking in very hard. I got very stuck on pump skim.
Yeah, Federico always has to fight autocorrect, and I think it's because you're on, like, Spanish settings or something.
Yeah.
I think it fights you because it wants you to write
Federico.
Spanish.
It's literally my brain did not kick in until that moment. I'm like, I know that was probably pumpkin. Jan? Ooh, that's cool, Canadian Lucifer. There's always a balance between illustrations in a book. Because you definitely, like, if you're not going comic, you don't want too many illustrations. You gotta prioritize that writing.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone's been on Book Talk recently, you know the horror story I'm referring to.
One of the comic artists that I really, really look up to, the creator of Reads, they're actually writing on, a book that's like a prequel kind of to the story of Reads, right? It's about their dads and stuff.
I'm so excited for that.
And they're literally like, why is it a book? It's because it's faster than a comic. And like, that's so real.
That's fair.
But if I'm being
I will
honest,
admit, the scripting is not the longest part of making Outcast.
Oh, not at all. Mars has like scripts done for like ages before we get to them and do stuff.
They literally sit in the box for months collecting dust.
Yeah, but then I can come back and like message her while I'm doing it and be like, Mars, what the fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
I
And
will
then I
say,
have to go, oh shit, what the hell did I mean 8 months ago?
there
What the
is
fuck?
a level of I like that the comic is slow, literally for that reason, with the fact of the
There
art
is a
and everything.
benefit to that. Because then I
Yeah.
can come back and look at that with fresh eyes and
With
be like,
fresh
wait a
eyes,
fuck, that
same with the
sentence makes no
art.
goddamn sense. What the hell was I thinking?
Like, giving it off to Mars to color and then coming back and be like, oh shit, yeah, I fucked up. That, or I forgot that.
Everett's hand is just floating through Garwan's body. Pumpkin jam is delicious, Bass. If you get a chance, it's got to be local pumpkin jam.
I love
Local
bacon jam.
anything is delicious. The fair was here a couple weeks ago,
Yeah, I missed
and there
it.
was a guy there selling honey.
Yes.
And we got some dark wildflower honey from him. It's so good. Oh my god, so good in the sweet rhubarb tea.
My mother
Welcome
knows
back,
I love
Ethan.
different honeys because they're all different. They all taste different.
They
it really
are.
matters.
It also
and
depends
so-
what time of year they're harvested.
When they travel, like the main thing she always gets me is a local honey.
God, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I get pumpkin jelly roll tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
I stepped on a pumpkin. You stepped on a pumpkin. Oh, look at him. Oh, my
He
boy.
looks so good in his armor. Ooh, what was your book about, Bass?
You have to draw your wings, my lad.
That'll be
Baby,
fun.
indeed.
I'm just a baby. I definitely can't go that high pitched. Not tonight. Thank God I'm not doing Pearl or Regina tonight. Holy shit. Ooh, that's a promising sci-fi premise. You want him to explode, Allie. The cuteness aggression.
It's real. There we go. This one probably. No.
Oh, an isekai. I see.
I feel like isekais are one of those things that is like, they can be done really good and they can be done really overdone.
Yeah. It depends on what story the creator is trying to tell. And I feel like so many isekais are just used to tell the story of lonely guy in normal world, goes to fantasy world and gets all the babes.
Yeah.
It's very often used for that purpose.
Aw, look at him. I've got
Ooh, puzzles too? Were these like puzzles you could solve in the story or just puzzles for the characters to solve?
Okay. We're gonna be fancy here because Blair has anatomy and I'm gonna use
Yeah,
it.
Regina from the Big Top Alley. Her voice is so high pitched, I couldn't do it tonight even if I wanted to. And to be honest, I don't want to. Even last night was a struggle.
Yeah, did not want, did not need.
My voice was like, why are you doing this right now? Really? In front of my salad? How dare.
I did not want to have to do that
Sorry.
guy's voice again.
The character appeared. I had no control over it.
Dylan with powers. I didn't want him to appear. I had no control over it.
I can't control when the characters want to show up.
Okay.
Yeah, Regina appears again, and that's all you'll get out of me, Allie. That's all you're gonna get out of me. You gotta catch up.
Yeah, Allie. Remember, we're on the last case of investigations. Next, we're on to Apollo.
Yeah, holy shit.
It's gonna be a
That's
while, though.
Actually nuts to me.
I don't
know
think we're
it'll
getting
be a
there that
while,
soon,
but
though.
It's coming up.
I can't tell how fast or not this case is going. We actually, like, did stuff yesterday. I felt better. The last week, it was like, oh my god, can we do things, please? Please?
Well, the last week we were just exploring that one area.
Yeah, I was like, I would like to actually move the plot, please.
Like, hi, I'd like to get out. Let me leave. Case 5 is long. Oh boy.
Yeah, so we got a while.
We're in
a
it.
while. Mm.
We're in it.
Oh yeah, Allie. The circus is part of the universe lore.
Yeah. It comes back. It's a reoccurring character.
Okay, I am very excited to experience Apollo, but we got a bit before him, okay? I know how much everybody here adores Apollo. Everybody here is Apollo stans. I get it. I get
can't
it.
wait to adore
I'm
Apollo
excited.
just like you guys.
I'm excited to enjoy Apollo as well. Sadly, the circus is a part of the lore. The circus was not the problem. The other things were.
All the other things going on that was the problem.
And honestly, one of the best guys at the circus was a murderer.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
Like, to be honest, Acro wasn't a bad guy besides that. Okay, you're
As far as I know, Allie, he is Phoenix's apprentice. And that's all I got.
What I think is hilarious is that I could have sworn that Apollo was like 18 or 16, and I like said during a stream one time, and all of our Ace Attorney fans were like, he's 21 or something. He's 22, like something. And I was like, oh my god, wait, what? I thought he was way younger.
Oh boy, we were in for a shock that day.
Like, yeah, he's an adult. And I was like, what? What?
It's like that One Punch Man
Can
meme.
I ask?
Who let this sassy lost child in
Yeah,
here?
really. How old's Trucy in Apollo Justice?
I thought she was 13.
Is she that young in Apollo Justice?
I'm just speculating.
Oh, that sounds really young. 'Cause she's like pals with Apollo.
She's 15.
15. Okay, that's more in line what I was imagining. Still kind of young,
Okay.
though. See, that's why I thought Apollo was 18. If she's okay. I got it. See,
Well,
no.
Here's how I see it. If Apollo is Phoenix's assistant, like, and Trucy is Phoenix's daughter, it's like, hey, I get along with the babysitter.
We'll have to see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna be problematic. But there is a part of me that it's like, at least with Maya, he basically had to adopt her. Right? Like she became his, like, adopted sister because of the circumstances that caused their meeting. But, like, Trucy has a parent. And, like, I don't know, just an interesting, like, is the thing they forgot to account for the age difference of consent. This is just bad. See, that's why I'm like, if Apollo's 18 and she was 16, like, that was what I'm imagining in my head, right? Like, that was what I was imagining. 18-year-old, 16-year-old, great. They can be, like, regular friends. I didn't say that Phoenix had a kid. Bars, did you say Phoenix had a kid?
I did say daughter, but we're saying, like, adopted daughter, I think. Like, in the way he adopts Maya and Pearl into the found family.
I was saying
Isn't
he
everyone
adopted
just found
Maya.
family?
I was saying he adopted Maya when
I thought you said
Mia
he
died.
Trucy.
No, I was saying he had to, the circumstances as to which, because like Phoenix is 23, right? 24? 24.
24,
right?
24.
And then, so he's friends with Maya, who was 16? 17? Right? Like, that's a big age gap. And that's mathematically the same age gap between Trucy and Apollo, right? But, like, the circumstances as to which Maya and Phoenix are hanging out has to do with Mia's death. I don't know the circumstances as to what Trucy and Apollo is hanging out, because we haven't done it yet. That would have been Mars, not me.
That was me. That was me.
I'm talking about Maya right now. We're talking about Maya being, like, quote-unquote adopted sister to Phoenix because of, like, Mia was kind of her guardian, right? You know, because she doesn't have parents. And so it, like, makes sense that even though there's a big age gap, that she's, like, following him around. Same with Pearl, right? It makes sense. That's, like, a family vibe. I don't know the relationship between Apollo and Trucy, but they're like, from what I know, they just seemed like pals, and that's why I assumed that if Trucy was roughly 16 too, Apollo was gonna be like 18, because it's weird.
I was under the impression that Apollo was the older brother figure.
Again, I don't know, but that's why I assumed Apollo was 18. No, don't worry about it.
No, no worries, Allie.
I'm just like, I said adopted by Phoenix, but it was with Maya. But yeah, so
and
like,
I got ultra confused because she kept using her instead of the name.
Okay,
so I thought I was talking about Trucy.
I'm sorry. Okay. But so that's my only thing. 15 is very young, and Apollo's 21, 22. Like this is, I think he's 21. Like we will have to see how they get together. Again, so many people love Apollo. 22! Jesus Christ! What's the math there? 7 years. 17. Was Maya 16 or... He's not 24 in the first game. I know he's younger than Phoenix started out. What? Who gets together? Allie, now I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm very confused.
That I don't know where that came from at all. I at least said the word adopted before.
Ships. Oh, well, that's all on Ori. I didn't say anything.
I framed it. Get together. I don't even know anymore.
Apparently.
In one ear and out, in my mouth and out the other. Oh, okay.
In your mouth to
No, they're not dating. Yeah, Phoenix and Edgeworth get together.
No,
Fuck, I hope so.
Get together in the sense they meta.
Okay. I don't know
family.
How Trucy becomes Apollo's weird girl. I do not know how this happens. Obviously, we haven't played the game yet, so I am skeptical.
All we can do is speculate.
Especially, that's a big age gap. I'm trying to think. Maya's 17 when we meet her. She's either 16 or 17. I think she's 17 because then Emma being 16 was younger than Maya. I think she's 17. And Phoenix is 24. So that's an 8... No, that's also 7. The math works out. What? Yeah. Yes, the math works out. So they're both 7-year age gaps.
Gaslight yourself?
Yeah, I did. We didn't even need Bass to gaslight me with meme math.
We witnessed that in real time. Damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm confusing myself apparently.
That's probably for the best.
Oh my goodness. All I'm saying, I've only heard people enjoying Apollo. I've only heard people enjoying
I've not heard
Apollo
bad
Justice
things about the new trilogy. So I've
also heard stuff like Phoenix is at his prime in Apollo Justice, so I'm here for that.
Which clearly, I mean, look at how he dresses.
I don't know if I said that, but you know.
Boy.
That's the next one I thought. Doesn't matter. Midnight Brain does come for us. No, it's
it
okay.
really does.
Yeah, I'm specifically trying not to do major plot points
on Friday nights. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, it's
Midnight
been a
Brain
long
comes very
week.
early.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, Canadian Lucifer. Doesn't that look like top tier? Yeah, it looks like top tier performance.
Top tier performance.
The thing I'm waiting for is glasses, Edgeworth. It's really funny. It's actually really, really funny. So you know how I draw, like, everybody gets ahoges, right? And I draw people with slick back hair usually have, like, the front ahoge, like Mars, right? Like Mars's character, because her hair is pulled back. And so the very first time I ever tried to draw Phoenix, I, like, did that instinctually. And then I was, like, looking at reference and I was like, fuck, no, that's the older Phoenix has the ahoge. I can't give that to younger Phoenix. People will be confused.
And they can't share ahoges. That'd be insane.
Well, if the ahoge is, like, the equivalent of a beard design-wise for age, like, I can't just give him ahoge willy-nilly.
Is this true?
There was bad sentiment for Apollo Justice. I've only heard good things from this community and the internet. The few couple things I've seen have been, like, little titles of videos being like, Phoenix right at his prime in Apollo Justice. And it's like, I'm here for that.
I'm so ready. Hey, please? Please. Gimme. Edgeworth made him shave it.
Okay, lawyer-wise, I disagree. He should be like Dylan, which is honestly, I've very headcanon a lot of older Phoenixes Dylan right now. Dylan has I like him shaved mostly for the texture, 90% for the texture, and but I also like how he looks clean shaven. He looks put together. But he'll, like, grow it out, you know, to, like, a 5 o'clock shadow stubble sort of thing. And then he'll shave it, because, you know, a lot of lawyers have clean shaven face and stuff like that. That's how I feel about Phoenix. Like, when you go to court, like, I know, like, if Dylan was going to a trial in court, he would, like, hardcore shave his face, right? But, like, outside of court, he'd be scruffy. And that's how I interpret, like, older Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix does fucks. I don't think we need to ask.
It does.
All Phoenixes after Feeny smash. Like there's no. I don't think
there's
no
a
single.
Question. Mia fixed him.
Yeah.
Mia fixed him quite a bit.
It's funny. I haven't watched, obviously, the Trials and Tribulations Smash or Pass yet because I only just started editing it. But I'm watching it at the beginning. At the beginning, we're like talking. Dylan goes like this, Feeny, Smash or Pass. And Mars and I both say Smash. But I don't think by the end we say Smash. I think we passed it when he actually get. Yeah, we both did, actually. Yeah,
we must
wait
have
for the
said
receipts.
that as a joke.
No, we're like, oh, he's adorable. We want to care for him. It was before he was like on trial and stuff. We're like, we want to care for him. Like, you know, give him soup.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I'm pretty sure that when we actually play Smash or Pass, like the actual episode happens, we pass him. Because we do because Feeny is in the you know, pass to Smash running every time. So yeah, we did. Oh yeah, Phoenix. I have mixed feelings about Phoenix, and the mixed feelings are like that man needs help.
That man needs
like
therapy.
Yeah, great, but boy, guy, you need assistance, my man.
He needs all the help, please.
Speaking of Smash or Pass, though, this is totally organic, actually. And it is that the Justice for All Smash or Pass came out today, guys. For everyone. You should watch it. You should give us the views. You should give us the hype. Please hype. It's on mobile. Mars, have you tried to hype?
Please. I
you
have
hyped?
not tried to hype. Let me see if I can actually.
You should be able to. I was able to do it on
Did
a
you
different
say
account. On mobile.
phone or
Yeah, on mobile. Go
I gotta
to
do it on phone.
Yeah, you gotta do it on mobile. I don't think you can even do it on the other thing. And then you go
Let me
to
see.
the video.
I'm there.
And then if you scroll under the video, so you have the video like up, like you're gonna watch it. Excuse me.
Yep.
Let me try and find it.
Night, Mason.
It's lame. Good night, Mason. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so you see where it has like the likes, the share, and whatever?
I do.
If you pull that to the side, like you're scrolling horizontally, after thanks should be hype.
Nope, I got download.
Scroll further? I don't have download at all.
I got clip, save, report.
Yeah, hype is
share,
between ask
like,
and share.
dislike.
Yeah, uh-oh.
I don't got hype.
I got hype. You're watching a first stream, Allie? Nice. Watching us thrifting today? What a time!
Ooh.
Today, Lucifer. What a time to watch.
What you thrifting for?
Oh, Kanlane and
New
Lucifer,
wardrobe?
I'm
decorations?
very excited for whatever you enter for OC Toper today, because I know that whatever OC you put in your own clothes will be fantastic.
Oh, it's gonna freaking slap.
I'm also curious what Allie and Mason wear.
I think Mason has mentioned flannel on a couple occasions.
Oh, well, lesbian, so, you know. We've discussed. Sadly, sadly, question mark, but my profession is definitely lumberjack adjacent. So, and lesbian is lumberjack adjacent.
Yeah.
So that's what happens to me.
Well, you're definitely ace. And I'm pretty sure you're demi as well. So it works out.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It all came together.
See, Pastry Pup, you gotta like challenge yourself. Do what I'm doing. Challenge yourself. Put a timer on and just see what the fuck happens. Cause honestly,
yeah, exactly,
I've surprised myself.
Enthuse says.
Yeah, we are, as my cousin said, Cheerios in a Fruit Loops. Cheerios in a Fruit Loop box. That's what it was. Cheerios in a Fruit Loop box.
Wouldn't it be Fruit Loops in a Cheerio box?
No, because we're the passing straight couple, but we're queer coded. That was the joke.
Oh, I see.
So
I
people
see.
think we're gay, but we're, you know, in a cishet relationship. And Dylan, when I first told Dylan that, he was basically like, we got some Fruit Loops in there. I was like, I think they made like a fruity Cheerios. I'm pretty sure they did.
They did, yes. They
Yeah.
did make fruity Cheerios.
So maybe we're just fruity Cheerios.
They also made vegetable Cheerios.
That sounds horrible.
It's terrible. Don't eat it.
I
My
don't
dad
like
bought it the other day.
What?
Actually, no. He
Uh-oh.
bought it months ago.
Oh.
It was apple cinnamon he bought this week. My mistake.
Oh, apple
He bought
cinnamon sounds
veggie
great.
months ago.
Veggie,
and
no.
We have not touched it. It's disgusting.
That's insane.
One bite and I was like, I want
Never
to throw out my
again.
tongue. This is bad.
Damn.
This makes my tongue sad.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
I'm just
that
saying,
sounds
G'day,
like a pretty
Lucifer.
dress.
The fact that, like, your one friend was like, you look like the vampires you draw or whatever, you know, I don't know. That's like the prince, isn't it? Oiji is like the prince version, like Lolita version, right? Is that, am I correct? Oiji is like the prince
Oh,
one.
I definitely can't answer that.
Oh,
Ask the evil question.
I'm so
Enthuse.
curious, Enthuse. Not Ouija. This is not Weedapix. Yeah, that's it, Bass. We're so gay. We have an integer overflow in our street. Ah, darn, Pastry Puff. Go get clean.
What is PaperDemon? Enthuse missed the explanation.
Yeah, Mask Lolita. There you go. I
Oh,
love
snap.
OG as well. Getting Lucifer. I gotta get more for my vibe. Pastel for me. But God, they hit so hard. They hit so hard. My lord.
It's so good.
Oh, every time you post anything Canadian Lucifer, I'm like, yes. Please. So PaperDemon Enthuse is an art RPG, though you can do writing, and you can do only writing, no art. You don't have to do any art at all.
I
if you
do
don't want
only
to.
writing on there, and it's very fun.
But it is a RPG where you have an original character. It can be one you make specifically for PaperDemon. It can be one that you have had and you are adding into PaperDemon. And it is a website. It is the most beautiful website. Mars, if you could grab the link. It is the most beautiful website I've ever seen.
Of course.
Fucking gorgeous. And now we have a Folding Planets website that's coming along. I just have to do my fucking part. And it's pretty gorgeous, but this one, damn.
I'll even pin this comment.
Yes.
We have 9 minutes left to stream. So that'll be up until the end of stream.
Basically, Enthuse is you take that character, and there are a bunch of prompts. So it's
all year.
It's all year, but the prompts cycle. So this week, so every week there's a new character development prompt, which are little short prompts where you draw your character doing stuff. I don't know if you've been in the PaperDemon channel in the Discord, Enthuse, but you can see all the stuff we've done, all the art there.
I'll actually at you in that channel.
Yes, and so one of the prompts this week was court, where, your character's court sketch has been leaked. What were they, on trial for? Who represents that, whatever, and you draw or write about your character related to that prompt. And you don't have to do every prompt. You can do just the prompts you want. Those types of prompts usually last they last 2 weeks. And then it goes away. You can access all old prompts with special items that you can buy. So they're never permanently away. But then there's also places like portals, which are like bigger effort things you have to do, where you have to write longer stories for those prompts, or you have to draw more artwork, more than like a sketch or more body of your character or something with a background, etc., etc. Then there's like events that happen sometimes. Recently there was a boss battle that was a big moth where everybody fights the moth together. So everybody who's part of the PaperDemon can fight the moth. And
so
slowly its health
characters for a team up.
Yeah, and slowly it ticks down as we all fight the moth together. And there's a bunch of different prompts, and after a certain time, and then once the moth is dead, and you get like rewards and stuff. And yeah. And so what I like about it is all at your own pace, right? Like, I liked the Court is in Session prompt, but I don't like the most recent prompt that is Shark Party. You show up to a party, everyone's wearing a shark onesie, so is your character. And I don't know, just not very inspired by it. I didn't feel like it's something Flair would do, basically. I didn't feel like it fit Flair in that kind of way. So I'm just not doing it because I don't feel like it.
But there were other prompts like hydrate, don't dehydrate, where you had to either write or draw about your character drinking water, hydrating.
But it doesn't have to be super specific. Like, it doesn't have to be water. A lot of people drew like other stuff. Flair was drinking
a lot of
tea.
People did like juice, tea, milk.
Someone made a really funny one. They did unicorn tier tea. So they found a bunch of people's characters who are unicorn, like anthros, not fully, like, more like like unicorn collars, basically. And then they had their like their character like reading them sad stories as they're all crying, and then like the teacup is like under their eye. It's hilarious. It's great.
That's incredible.
I love that one. I literally comment. I'm like, can anybody come to the tea party? And they're like, everyone's invited. And I was like, all right, that's a great thing for Flair. But stuff like that.
It's a really fun time, and there's
Yeah.
no pressure to do.
There's
the
no
prompts.
pressure at all.
You do
There
them
are,
on your
like
own
I said,
time.
time limits, but you know they're not like, uh-oh, if you don't do them, you're out or something. Your characters can't die. Their health can hit 0, but that just means you're not able to, you know, like battle
It just means
until
you have to heal back up.
Yeah, but that's not like a big deal. You get a lot of healing stuff. There's like a daily gift if you check in every day.
If you
all that
comment
sort of
on
stuff.
other people's pages, you get gold and experience.
And it is all free.
Your
There is
character earns experience, which is really cool.
You can, you know, support and pay and get, you know, membership perks and stuff, but you don't have to. All participation is free. So it's really fun. Yes, this is Flare with armor. So something you can do is you can make armor, and that means that you get hit less for damage when you're in those like boss battles and stuff. And if you want, you don't have to. You can make custom armor, which is what I'm doing here for Flare, and it'll show on his like character thing. It'll show and all that stuff. And these ruffles are just not doing what I want. And yeah. But so you don't have to, but I wanted to because I didn't feel like Flare really wore regular armor, and honestly, it's like, why not? Because I'm drawing Flare in the armor, I will get points for it. But I could just draw the armor itself if I wanted to and not get points, but still have custom armor. It definitely has like old internet vibes where it's a little confusing at first, but once you get a hang of it, it's pretty easy. I actually made a tutorial video myself that is pinned in the PaperDemon channel about how to specifically upload your prompts because a lot of people were finding that confusing, and the PaperDemon like YouTube channel didn't have any specific for that. They had a lot for like making your character, but not really for submitting prompts. And I was like, okay, I want to make this as easy as possible for people because, you know, the less hurdles, the better. Stuff like that. Yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure. Let me check.
I don't see why you couldn't.
How to forge. So unfortunately you can't. And the reason for that is because this is specifically to replace, like, the image of the armor on your character sheet. Right? So, like, on your character sheet, you see what's equipped. And it is specifically to give you, like, a custom one. So you can't do the writing because it is specifically for that. That's why. Got to say Enye? What?
Yay.
I don't know what this emoji is supposed to be. Or why are we talking about Enye? I don't know, Federico.
I'm not entirely sure.
So
Yeah?
do you have an armor base enthuse? And so there is an armor. If you just make armor, you get this armor. It looks like this, right? You do not have to depict your character wearing the armor. There are certain items you can get that are like you get extra points if you depict their character wearing the armor. But you don't have to ever. There's nothing that forces you to do it. If you don't want to forge the armor, or you're an artist, you do just get this armor, and that's all fine. I'm just being fancy because we love my boy, and I want him to be fancy. Yes, so there's the armors you can make. There's heavy armor and there's medium armor. Those are versions you can make. You can then also make them with colored. So there's 3 different colors you can have. You can have vermilion, which is these colors. You can have silver, which is these colors, or you can have rainbow, which is any color you want. The rainbow aster is just like a members only thing versus the silver and the vermilion you can choose. I'm doing silver for Flair because he's already so colorful. It's easier to make him gray. Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, Aster, wrong bird boy. But yeah. So there are different versions. I can upgrade the heavy armor. The medium armor to heavy armor later, and it will keep the image. They look identical in the default images as well. They both look like this. I think one has more stars at that bottom area there, solely to depict heavy versus medium. I would say overall, as like an RPG, it's rules light. It's very rules light. There is no requirement for you to understand the rules basically at all. All you need to understand is how to submit and do stuff. If you care about the rules, there is stuff to do. But like the main fun of it, in my opinion, is getting the prompts and just getting to think about the characters via those prompts. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the fun of it. It's just getting to have a character. Like Mason had said earlier, she was like, I don't want Flair to go to waste. And then Mars was like, he's not going to waste. He's the PaperDemon boy. And he is. I get to draw him a lot because of it. That's honestly why I'm very happy about OC Tober. Because I haven't drawn Mulatto in a long time. My boy.
If anything, the Outcast boys need to see the light of day.
Yeah, so much fucking Avrit and Guard 1 and fucking Axis. How dare they? And that was the other thing. Like, I could have made the Outcast boys PaperDemon. I did think about it, but then there was a part of it's like, well, the universe is very open and able to, like, port any character into it, because the whole idea is that there's portals, and the portals can start anywhere and go anywhere, sort of thing. So it was like anyone could be anything, which is great. I love that in the lore and everything. But it just, I was like, I kind of don't want to do like super story related stuff with them, with the Outcast boys, without it being kind of Outcast related. I don't know. I'm a purist sometimes. Even in my like D&D characters, it's like, if I make a D&D character, that's their story. It's them. I don't get to play them again. They did their thing. That was their moment. I don't know.
That's why with PaperDemon, I was like, I really enjoyed Rikoriti. I want to see more of the story. Also, I
Rikoriti
really
was Mars's
honestly
micro campaign player character for
she's honestly
my
one of my
last
favorite one-off characters. I've debated fleshing out Danica a little bit more, but Rikoriti just calls to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I really enjoyed my micro campaign. I feel it went very well in how my first micro campaign that I ever played in went, and it was very like, wow, these characters can actually have enough to have personalities.
Yeah, which was really fun.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
I see your campaign is one of my favorite.
Taking place after Rikoriti's current story in PaperDemon. Because she did seem a little more experienced in your campaign. Whereas right now I'm writing about her as like very much adventurer newbie kind of flavor. I was like, who knows? Maybe one day we'll get a prompt like, write about your character getting on a train. I'm like, ooh!
I'm prepared for this.
I can do this.
Yeah, the October prompts, we're going to get some spooky ones happening.
Oh, I'm so ready.
I know one coming up we got a free sneak peek for was like finding a spooky shop. I'm excited for Flair to, you know, be looking for a tea shop or something. And that's what he stumbles into.
Okay, literally, I'm imagining the opening from Gravity Falls when Dipper and Mabel are walking through the mystery shack. But it's just Flair and Rikoriti walking through, like, huh, where's the tea?
But yeah, and honestly, like, I'm very happy that we got to do Flair because he's so fleshed out. because of PaperDemon, he wouldn't have so much personality and so much lore. Honestly, he wouldn't exist in the form that he does until we found PaperDemon through Cosmic.
Yeah. Yeah, Cosmic pointed us in the direction of PaperDemon.
Yeah, basically, it was a lot of people apparently had been like,
didn't know what the hell to do.
But Pastry Puff fell in love in like 30 seconds. Pastry Puff fucking like ate that shit up real fast, and I was like, all right, we gotta do this then.
We're doing this.
And then honestly, the website like fucking just sent me in the best of ways.
Want them to make stickers that I
yeah,
can buy.
I'm surprised they don't, in all honesty. Yeah.
Like, literally, make stickers, please. That's all I want.
I'm so happy that Pastry Puff, you made Ro into again, okay, help me, chat. Happy Streamiversary. If you didn't know, we have the flare stickers now retired. You know, we retired the old good morning, good evening, and good night, and good afternoon stickers that had featured our 1.0 designs, and now we have flare versions, which I love. Honestly, it makes the Discord look so colorful. My God,
it really does. I love opening the Discord and seeing
I love him. It's great. Help me for T-Pet lore. I want a word for this form of the T-Pets, the Gajinka forms of the T-Pets. Flare, it looks like you have no eyebrows and it's wigging me out, but you do. They're there. They're just not drawn in compared to your hair. So they have the refired form, right, which is where they can be little like mythical creatures. But I want what they're called. My first idea was golem form, because they are like, you know, a bigger person.
Technically mud brought to life.
Yeah, because they're clay. They're made of clay. T-Pets, the base T-Pet, they're made of clay. And honestly, I kind of like the idea that Flare is still
on the nose.
I'm not sure how I feel about that solely because, like, Flare, the little bird T-Pet can still move, right? They're not prevented from moving. If it was lore where they're like stationary as the T-Pets, I could see that. Yeah. Well, see, we used Refired already, Bass, for their like special mythical forms that they have. Sadly, in a way, that's already taken. So yes, we do like it. Spouted, interesting, like not bad. That does
terrible.
Put me on something more like Brood or something like that.
Steeped.
Mortal form, I don't think it makes them any more or less mortal being in the form, you know? So I'm not sure.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna look up? I'm gonna look up...
I'm gonna sneeze.
The process, bless you, for making ceramics. Because we got
there's
refired.
There's a bisque firing.
Fuck you, AI.
So you have to, you turn it on a wheel if you're doing, you know, the pottery
trimming,
wheel.
Firing,
you turn
glazing.
You have to dry it to leather hard. You have the bisque fire, which is the first fire, and then you have the glaze, which is the second fire, which I think is the refire. Okay. So we were talking about the lore enthuse, and we were kind of we're a little wishy-washy about it. It seems
I'm stuck between, like, we help give them form, but then they're also, like, brought to a humanoid form because of how much love and care they were given. Like, it really does kind of feel like the Tinkerbell, every time a baby laughs, a new fairy is born. Like, kind of like that kind of...
Yeah, so right now the lore we're working with is that Flare is the first T-Pet, and he was hand-created by us, the three deities. Haha, hee we made him to kind of, like, spread warmth and whimsy in the worlds that we make, right? Kind of like how like a lot of creation myths end up having like the creator's son or something, you know, where it's like, ah, yes, this is like our surrogate for the actual world. And then the other T-Pets that you guys have are like Flair, you know, sort of like come around and be like, ah, you know, here's this teapot can get a little thing, and you guys then have whatever teapot you want out of your teapot. And it sort of spreads it. So him becoming a person was kind of like a surprise to everybody, including him. It was unexpected.
No one knew this was possible?
Yeah, we did not expect this to happen.
It's like, huh, okay.
Yeah, steeped is a good one. I was thinking a steeped form. Steeped was definitely up there
good.
in my vibes.
I do like steeped.
Yeah, Flair is the one that sort of makes a teapot suddenly a teapet egg. And then it can hatch a teapet. We hope to iron out the lore. I do want to post it when we fully iron it out.
Oh, definitely.
I hope to do maybe another lore video as well.
It will definitely happen.
Okay, this no longer makes sense.
It's just slow going. Flair the Easter Bunny.
Caffeinated is fun.
Ooh, I kind of like caffeinated.
Caffeinated
That's
isn't
not
bad.
bad.
His caffeinated form. Yeah, I also think people will mostly associate it with coffee. Sculpted is in my mind as well, Allie. I was just thinking that. I'm glad you said it too. What do you think about sculpted form, Mars?
Ooh, sculpted isn't bad. I like sculpted. I think I'm between steeped and sculpted.
I think I want to keep the clay vibes a little more to just reinforce that they are like porcelain or stoneware or, you know, something. So I feel like sculpted. I know tea has caffeine enthuse, but I feel like if you tell somebody like caffeinated beverage, the vast majority of people are going to associate coffee, you know?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like I would say tea is not known for its caffeine. Coffee is known for its caffeine. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the major difference I'm thinking.
Yeah, the problem is no one really jumps to tea when they think caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt it, enthused.
Just
I just
because
know
it's known somewhere.
Collective consciousness associates coffee with caffeine. I know that's certainly the case, but in the cultural zeitgeist, we all think coffee as the caffeine juice.
I know all about caffeine and tea, enthuse. You don't gotta tell me twice.
This is very true.
I think I'm leaning towards sculpted.
the
Because that's why I liked
caffeine
Gollum, right? Was because that
I
is
like sculpted.
an out of clay sort of thing.
Because sculpted also feels like molded into the final form.
Mm.
I feel like sculpted is the way to go. Because also lore-wise, you have the verbiage with that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do a lot of play on words using capitalized sculpted and uncapitalized sculpted. I think that could be really fun. because that is done a lot in written creation.
All right,
where they play around
enthuse.
with verbiage to make it a noun. I think it's sculpted.
We can agree to disagree. Let's go!
Nice, me and Lucifer. Let's art. It's Friday.
Yeah,
We
today
can
was the
go.
first day that I actually had to do one of the daily prompt things at home instead of all at work.
Oh snap!
Work was a bit busy today. I had like 3 locations.
It's
All
always
within the
last day of
same
the week.
zone. Like walking distance. Yeah, yesterday, chill as fuck. Today,
Mhm.
oh my god.
And me.
Like, if I didn't already feel like yesterday was Friday, you know, it really felt like yesterday was Friday. I've realized I'm putting way too much effort into this compared to all the other Flare Paper Demons. Except his, like, icon, so I guess maybe it works well. I also made his, like, profile picture really, really, like, my highest performance.
Oh, it's so damn good. Oh.
Okay. You don't look right. These plates, I'm gonna have to, these plates are not right. Something's wrong with them. We're gonna fix them. They are not it, Chief. Try again. I think I made them 3D wrong. Oof. It's okay. They're not hard to change. It's not like they're crazy to draw. They're not 3D correct. Thank you, Lucy. I love him. He's great. I'm debating if those frills are gonna stay or not. They weren't happening, and I don't know if they're gonna be happening. You don't have enough dots. Ah. That's a problem. We'll fix it. Okay. If I make you 3D... No, I'm already fucking it up again. This way. Is that more correct? Yeah, that's more correct. I was just dumb. Best Paper Demon boyo. I love my Paper Demon boyo. I'm like... so, I don't know how you guys ever feel about your OCs. I think Canadian Lucifer definitely experienced this with Edric. But it was very much, it's like, all right, I'm gonna design Flare. You know, he's made with a sole purpose of being the Paper Demon boy, right? You know, I didn't want to do Milano, my favorite boy. And I was definitely struggling a little bit originally. I wasn't like, you know, I was like, he needs to exist this way. Why did I do it? And then, I don't know, I just kind of locked in and I'm like, oh my god, I love him. Like, I actually had to, like, sit there and I had to be like, do I do Flare for OC-tober? And I was like, no, my boy. Not for, like, favorite, but, like, would I do prompts with Flare for OC-tober? And it's like, no, I should do all Milano. Because I did, seeing that, like, shark blanket onesie thing, I was like, oh, like, I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. You know, I could do the shark prompt and OC-tober if I did Flare. And I was like, But he wouldn't do that. You know, I don't know. It was very, like, he took the pen and he was like, no, don't do it. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
I refuse.
It's like, I don't want to be in a onesie, in a shark blanket. I was like, yeah, you're right. You want to be cozy in your pile of pillows. He took my hand for that one, too. I was like, I'm going to put him in a chair. And he was like, no, pillow mountain. And I was like, well, if you say so.
Alrighty then.
Your wish is my command, little lad.
They do this so often to us, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally, page above. I'm like, oh my lord. Canadian Lucifer, it's
It
what
really
happens.
is.
It's what happens.
I got attached to Rikoriti during the campaign, but now I'm like, I love her. This is my child.
And you know, those are the characters that are best to make a comic for.
That they are.
Yep. See, Allie? Those are the ones
Hosen
that
and
you make
Milano are my
comics and stuff
children.
for. Are the ones that are like, oh shit, I love you.
Insert Patrick from SpongeBob. I love you.
That's why, like, I love to draw Hosen and Milano. I always go back to, sometimes I have, like, not to say, okay, that did not come out the way I wanted to. Sometimes I will draw Ferrix and Sinnet and Aster just for funsies, but I will say Milano and Hosen are my big boys. Hosen is close second, you know, to Milano. There's like a part of me, it's really funny. So Mars and I, of course, have a second comic idea. And, you know, no time soon. It is just kind of like a
funny,
fun...
we did it backwards. We came up with concept first. We don't have any characters yet.
Yeah, we did it differently. And so part of me is like, when we finally get to this years down the line, I'm not going to love them as much. That's like a fear I have in my head.
We might be more in love with the world we create than the characters.
And I can't have that. I can't make a comic that way. I can't do that. I will not ever want to draw it because I don't like drawing backgrounds. And so even if I love the world, that won't motivate me enough, right? The motivation for drawing the comic is the fact that I get to draw them, right? Like that is the motivation. And the motivation for the times when I don't get to draw them, you know, like if I'm drawing, say, Guard 1 or Guard 2 or whatever, is the fact that I will get to draw them, right? Like they will, and that other people loving it. So if I do not love the character, especially in a thing where we're doing like the mech stuff, you know, like the suits, is everything, is like, if I do not love them, I will not make, like this comic will not be made, right? So it's like, I'm very scared.
And we can't have that.
In a little way where I'm like, who could I love as much as, because then there's also a part of me is like, I don't want it to be Milano 2.0 though. Right? Like, I love Wendy Lee Martin, I think is her name, of Castle Swimmer. She's great. She's fantastic. Love Castle Swimmer. And she's, you know, working on her next comic. But definitely at the beginning of the, like, concept art for the next comic, it's just like, that's just Kappa. Like, that's just Bird Kappa, Wendy. Like, I'm sorry. It's great, love him, but that's just bird. And there's like a part of like I'm really afraid of that.
It's Kappa but bird flavor.
I also the creator of Your Wings and Mine,
yes,
did like
that's a big one.
like another comic that was like for like a complete like a story they didn't even write. And literally the characters were just the same characters, but reversed personalities, basically. Like, the story was great, don't get me wrong, but, like, visually, it was like, I was like, that's just them. That's their hair, and different colors.
I noticed that with a lot with another creator, what was it, Summer Boo and Unruly.
Uh-huh. And
like,
so I'm like...
The characters all look kind of the same.
Yeah.
They're very different in personality.
But so I'm like horrified. I'm like horrified, especially as I make more and more characters. It's like, oh God. So they're gonna just come in and go like, oh, that's just Guard 2. And it's gonna be like, no! I'm like horrified. This is like my artist nightmare. I'm like, no, please. Don't do this to me. It is okay to have a favorite child. You just can't show the other children that you have a favorite child. That's the secret. But I'm just like, oh God. Yeah, that's where I'm
That's
at.
the question I struggle with, Allie.
I can't even.
How on earth would I move on from Milano and Hotson?
It's like, this world sounds great.
There'll come a time where they'll be done. Their arcs will be complete, and
I feel like I will have to tell myself that it's like, we'll never give up the AUs, and we'll still do AUs
God,
from time to
no.
time, because
Never,
like
never.
I love them and I want them, and I can never ever leave them. But like, I
There
do
are
want to
more
tell the other
roads.
story, and I
We should
don't,
never
and it
abandon
wouldn't
them.
work if it's just like Milano and Hotson and the gang in another world, like that. You can't do that, right? Like, they did their story, right? It'd be like, it'd feel character regression-y, you
and
know?
we also want to give you like something new and fresh.
Yeah, and I mean,
And you
I
know,
love
as artists,
Flair.
we want to challenge ourselves.
Yeah, we want to do something new and fun and fresh and whatever. But there is like a big, like, fear in me of a bunch of those things where it's just like, oh God.
That is true. We do always have fan fiction.
Yeah. Like I said, we have the Band AU, we have the Ace Attorney AU, which will definitely one day be finished because I refuse to have them die. I like them too much. There is also Coffee Shop AU, and Demon AU are the other ones that are like in my brain as like, those need to happen.
I really
fully.
should write the rest of Demon AU for your Christmas gift.
But it's definitely like, those are the things that I need that will, you know, have me for a long time. Because Band AU
Those
is
are
like
the
a
things
full
that
thing.
must exist. There is
Yeah.
no choice.
There is no choice indeed.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't... What do you mean hard cut into fantasy, Allie? Turning people monsters
You can
can't
make
be
people
fantasy.
who turn into monsters in
Werewolf
any
is
setting.
is
That's
fantasy.
the beauty of it.
Honestly,
You can
yeah,
make that work for
I don't think there's a
anything.
setting you can't, besides like real life, that you can't like turn people into monsters. Yeah, like I feel like you could make it work in any setting. Oh, what's your new profile picture?
On
Everyone
Discord?
does have their character archetypes. I don't know. Allie was saying Pastry Puff changed their... Oh, shit, they did.
Or on YouTube.
On Discord. This is so
Oh, shit.
different. No, Pastry Puff, I'm confused. How could you do this to me? I'm joking. Don't change it.
Wait, I'm scrolling to see. Oh shit, it is different.
Ooh.
Why do I feel like I know
Bunny
that
hood is
character?
cute. Love the bunny hood Pastry Puff. Oh my god. I mean, I love this sweater, this hoodie, this butterfly hoodie though, Allie. And I love how big you made it on Kai. He's like swimming in it in the best of ways. It's great. Oh, he's so poofy. Look at him. Also, you guys act like I have a sense of style. Milano just can wear anything. I like I'm not joking. It's just Milano, guys. Oh, you do that for every story you make? Yeah, I mean, we have big animal plant themes in every story we make. That'll never change.
Oh, that's just a core of who we are.
Yeah.
And then it's
That's
up to
too
me
much.
to work in that environmental
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah, that's the coffee thing. Are you gonna change it back after spooking one then? Okay, okay. But yeah, I don't think we'd ever be able to, like... I think all of our stories will always be, like, Ori and Mars type stories, right? Like, that's why having Folding Planets is nice. They'll always be, like, Folding Planets vibe stories. I think you'll always feel it. My brain died there. I was going somewhere. I don't remember where.
Oh no.
But yeah. My biggest thing is, like, visually, right? I think our characters will always be personality different, even if they keep, like, tropes that I love. Like, Sokka is crouching more on Hidden Badass, but he's very different than Natsu, who's crouching more on Hidden Badass. Because they're Hidden Badass and crouching more on in different ways, right? Laios is
And
Crouching
this is
Moron,
important.
Hidden Badass in a third way. They're all different, but they're all Crouching Moron, Hidden Badass. And I love them for it. You know, that's my favorite character trope ever. And Milano's also Crouching Moron, Hidden Badass, but in a kind of semi-third way. That's a combination of two of them in a funky way.
We do
I
indeed
see.
love our Crouching Morons, Hidden Badasses.
I see, Pastry Puff. It's beautiful shape language, Allie. You have good shape language, Allie. I will say that's probably your biggest strength, is you have really good shape language. All your
Oh, yeah.
silhouettes are very distinct.
The profiles are so good.
Okay, we got these plates
Oh,
now.
my goodness.
Yeah, I feel it. I know we've gotten late.
It was Friday. It was.
We're
worth
just
it.
having a good time, and I'm trying to finish Flare, but I,
I will
probably
admit,
won't. Yeah,
I got totally distracted. I'm on Ami Ami right now,
Mars.
and there's To Be Hero X figures.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-O.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Actually, for
Oh,
Figmas,
being great, Allie.
they're a little kind of sort of reasonable. And the poses and expressions are honestly really good.
I wasn't supposed to notice how late it is. I sadly don't think I'm gonna finish Flare. But
That would be a lot of work.
he is getting close.
You just locked in and found out how to make that apron work.
Do it, Allie. Challenge yourself. 30 minutes.
Yes! Go, Allie!
Get a reference. Get your shit set up, you know, brush, color, all of that.
Patient
And
Puff,
then
it
do it.
certainly was not purposefully. It just kind of happened. Know that these are never planned. They just kind of
Yeah,
happen.
unless I specifically say something like we're going late, it's an accident.
Yeah.
We're just
it's
too
very
in
much
it.
an
We're just
accident.
too having a good time.
We just vibe.
We just vibe. Also, Dylan isn't making me go to bed yet, which I'm surprised about.
Yeah, that also
But he probably
helps.
should be making me go to bed. So honestly, we should probably end up. I kind of forgot. He does have work tomorrow.
Work
Yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah.
Oh, dear. Uh-oh.
So, I'm surprised he hasn't come in being like, Ori Beb. Oh, that's
Is he
him right now,
playing
actually.
World of Warcraft. Oh, well.
All right. Sounds
Well,
good.
That
Let's
was
finish
nice
up.
while it lasted.
Thank you. Yeah, you're so true. It really is, Enthused. It is. Yes, one day when Dylan is out of the mines, Fridays won't have such a hard cutoff. But
Yeah.
thank you all
But
for
until
coming.
that day.
I can't wait to see your quick sketch, Allie. You can do it. Lock in 30 minutes.
I'm so excited.
Just vibe. Just see what happens.
You got this, Allie.
It's a great thing. Thank you all for coming. And have a lovely weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday. Watch the Justice for All Smasher Pass. Do it. Hype
Do
it.
something
like
Halloween-y
it.
this weekend.
Comment.
It's officially Halloween season.
Comment Iron Apron on the Justice for All Smasher Pass if you don't know what else to comment. And we'll
Yes.
see you all next week. Good night.
See you next week, everybody. Have a great weekend.